I said their talent is exploiting their children, and then you jumped in for some reason and said, gosh, I wish I had that talent.
Just unprompted, unnecessarily.
People weighing over 150 kilos aren't people at all.
Punch and Llama. That was me, definitely.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't let me finish the quote. People weighing over 150 kilos aren't people at all. They're silverback gorillas.
Welcome back to the Critical Banter podcast. This is the show where we take the very best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into one singular podcast as we have teased throughout the weeks. 200th episode, the big 200. And for this episode, we will be doing Whom's Line Is It Anyways, a new game. And we're doing the favorite Ask TCB. But before that, throughout the week, we got me, Miguel, we got Senny.
Hello.
We got Cushy.
So,
And back from his annual leave, extended personal leave, long service leave, dare I even suggest. We have Rowie.
G'day, boys. 200 episodes on this fine Saturday morning. Congratulations. That's almost 4 years worth of podcast. Have we missed a single week? One. I think we've missed one in 200 episodes.
That's commendable.
That's
commendable. I feel like we missed more, but that's commendable.
I don't think we have.
You reckon we
We
haven't?
prepare in advance, Cushy.
Yeah, true.
So in this 200 episode, we will be extremely self-indulgent. All segments will revolve around us, and we'll lift the hood into a semi
Inner workings.
the inner workings of a semi unsuccessful podcast. I would say is what we are. So when I have been on annual leave, so thank you very much, Kush, for approving that.
I just got to make sure, man. Like, you're the type of guy who will take parental leave 3 times, you know? You might not have another kid. It might be parental leave.
Probably didn't have one kid.
Yeah, or your beaver, or whatever you get, and your pet. There you go. Off you go again.
I had a lady at work who had a kid, took time off, and then spent the 1 month minimum you needed to retain your job, and then promptly had another kid.
Good.
And decided to take another year
like
off.
clockwork.
It's honestly, the timing was impeccable. But I'm back, and I have one story. And I thought I might revisit the opera. And so as you know, Sen, Migs and I had an adventure in year 10, potentially.
It's not opera, mate.
It's a musical. I
It's
classify
close enough.
opera and musicals the same thing. Well, we had the choice, the infamous Les Mis incident, where we had the choice to watch Rio, a beautiful family-friendly movie about a bird, I presume in Brazil, or Les Mis. And we chose Les Mis, not knowing it was a musical.
No, knowing full well it was a
Knowing
musical,
full well.
but we got challenged by the person at the desk saying we wouldn't enjoy it.
And
We'll show you.
they were absolutely right.
They
We
were
did not
right.
enjoy it. But that was in year 10. We were 16 years, right, of age. I'm 25 now. I thought maybe it's time to revisit.
Yeah. Time heals all wounds.
Exactly. So I thought maybe it's time to give it another shot. All right. The format where not only do the actors not say any words, they sing the words. I thought maybe it's time to try that again. So I head over to the opera. Madama Butterfly
Excuse me?
was
Isn't he
the
a
name
right
of
winger
it.
for Wolves? Anyways, go on.
A niche reference.
So I rock up to the opera and then I'm like, oh, where are the seats? I go with my partner and a family. You're right.
Sorry.
You enjoyed that.
That was good. That was
Yeah, Ro
good.
and I just here in the blank.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
so
I'm
sorry.
waiting for your story to
Jokes.
continue.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So we rock up. I'm like, oh, where are the seats at? And then she's like, oh, it's the front row.
Where was it? At the Opera House or?
I'll get to that.
Okay. I feel like you need to set the scene.
No, he does the setting 20 minutes into the story.
Tells a punchline, then sets it.
So I was like, oh, where are we sitting? Front row. You beauty. If there is any
What?
time, anywhere, okay, if I'm going to enjoy the
Moneybags
opera,
over here, front row to the opera.
it's going to be the front
We're
row.
in different tax brackets, mate.
Unfortunately, the front row seats were obstructed view. So not only could I not see half the stage because of just an incredibly placed speaker, like why is it there? And a set of stairs, it meant that I could see half the stage. But I thought that's fine because at the opera, it's more about the song.
It's an auditory format.
Exactly. I'll get the story based on what's happening with the song.
By the vibes.
I won't have to see half the stage. So I'm sitting there and then I'm struggling to pick up what's being said. And I'm like, why are they singing like that? Little did I know it was in Italian. So not only can I not see, I actually can't even understand. Dare I say, probably the two most important parts of watching something, seeing and or understanding. I got none of them. So I'm like, all right, whatever. This is gonna be a long day. And I decided to see how long it was going to be. Because obviously I couldn't understand. So I chuck up Wikipedia. I'm like, let's have a look at the synopsis. I look down, 3 acts, less than 1 page.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Be in and out in half an hour.
Literally. So 45 minutes have passed. and there's no act 1. There's no,
There's no cut yet.
there's no cut. I'm getting a little bit worried. So I have a look at the runtime of this thing. 2 hours, 45 minutes. And I'm sitting there like, oh
No
my
breaks?
goodness. There is breaks in between the acts,
Okay.
but I just haven't got to the first act yet. Now I'll get to the setting of where this was. Not only was it not in the opera house, which I imagined, it was outside. Yesterday, it started to pour. And so I'm sitting here being clickbaited.
Clickbaited.
I rocked up to an opera, which is in Italian, outside in the rain, which, by the way, 0 contingency plans if it rains. Everyone's acting as if nothing's wrong.
Oh, they just play on.
They just play on. And then there's no umbrellas because it's outside, and if you have an umbrella, no one can see behind you. So I'm sitting here in the rain, just miserable. with
Les Mis.
2 hours,
With 2 hours left
two
to go.
hours left to go.
All things come back full circle, man.
You're Les
Like this.
Miserables.
And so I think I can definitively say I don't enjoy the opera. I don't think I'll ever go to one again.
So that's what you went to is not. No, you can't call that opera. I
is
feel
it
like
then?
that's your local guy performing a town hall station.
No, he wasn't a busker,
Thought it was
brother.
community theatre or something.
Is this a place near Opera House?
No,
Like
it's
outdoor.
Yeah, is it the
seating?
one, the air theatre, whatever it's called?
it's where
near
that
Miss
was.
McCrory's chair?
Correct,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah, my missus went to one there. She left halfway through because it started raining.
The opera or the outdoor
Phantom of the
cinema?
Opera, no less.
Yeah.
A quintessential
An
opera
opera
piece.
shouldn't be outside.
Yeah,
It
I
should be.
agree, Kush. And also, front row tickets should be fully unobstructed.
Is it like the footy where if it's unobstructed, you just look up at the screen, the big screen, and you just watch that anyway? Or is
There's
there,
no big
Did
screen.
you get like $10 off your ticket because it was obstructed view? Was there that courtesy at
surely
least?
I think it was the cheapest seats available. I didn't book
Oh,
any of this,
really?
but and so
I
maybe
thought you were getting treated to front row.
yeah, I thought booking because we booked this in November, and I was like, November, it's April now, and like Madama Butterfly, who cares about that? By the way, the story is a ridiculous story, just quietly.
Oh, you
You
understood
got
some of
the,
it?
you got the
Yeah, how
story.
did you understand it?
The Wikipedia article.
Yeah, he had a translator in front of him doing everything.
It's about this 15-year-old Japanese girl who gets married to this American guy, and then the American guy leaves her to go back to America. Turns out she had a kid with the guy. When the guy comes back, he doesn't want to marry her again because he has a new wife, and then she kills herself. Done. And they stretch that out for 3 hours.
But why is it in Italian then? If it's about a Japanese and American
all
person.
amazing questions that I had. I had one more question. At the first scene, there was a wedding because they were getting married, and these guys are taking selfies with their iPhones. But then when he comes back, it's on a ship. So I'm thinking,
What year was
what
it
year
set
is this? Where there's no planes, but there's iPhones.
Storytelling inconsistencies.
Yeah. And I mean, like that's just the part that I could see. Like I could only see half the stage.
Imagine
So-
what you couldn't understand. How ridiculous that is.
Exactly. So, if I give a banter reviews to Madama Butterfly, it would get 1 out of 8.
Is that just because it's the lowest you can give it?
I mean, you can give it 0, but like the actors were talented. Like they sang well. I just didn't understand what they were saying.
I have heard that the opera, like you're meant to sit in the middle, you're never meant to sit at the front. It's always meant to be in the middle, all the time, because that's where like all the sound like encapsulates you because you're in the middle.
Yeah,
It
but
would have
there's
been
no,
great if you told us in November.
there's no acoustics outdoors, Kush.
Well, okay, I'm not disproving that. I don't think any opera should
There
be
was.
outdoors.
You were sitting right in front of it.
Yeah, no, and then there was hooligans revving their cars behind
What?
us. I mean, like, so you can like not only are they singing, but because it's outdoor in Miss Macquarie's
it's in
chair.
the park.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it adds to the ambience.
So there's Nissan Skyline just being, drag raced across the city.
Did anyone else leave when it started raining?
Yeah, lots of people left.
Oh,
so
is that
actually,
disheartening to see, you reckon? If you're a performer and you just see people leave.
Surely you know that's the conditions you're playing with. You're playing at an outdoor venue with no cover.
Yeah,
If it starts
surely.
raining, it is what it is.
Then people must be in ponchos and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they're all
Raincoats,
everyone
baby.
seems to have the idea.
Except
Luckily,
for you guys.
well, no, because luckily, my partner's dad brought some rain jackets
Oh,
because he
okay.
predicted this. But he bought 3.
Smart guy.
There was 6 of us, so it was
Dave,
favorite 3, and his family.
Sophie's choice. Who do you pick?
You didn't take one though, did you?
No.
Surely
I
you just put
actually-
the umbrella up. Who cares?
I did take one.
You did take one.
And full disclosure, because people left, Act
just
2 and
move-
3, you just move into a better
So
location.
you need to suffer for one act.
Yeah, but that was the
I
longest.
think you
act.
suffer for the all acts from what I'm hearing.
I suffered terribly for the first act and just suffered for acts 2 and 3.
If this isn't too invasive, how much did it cost?
It was cheap as chips. $50.
50.
5
Wait, I don't know that reaction. Is that too much or too little?
That's way too much.
Nah,
Opera outdoor
really?
is
I thought it was
50.
reasonable.
Reasonable for an
No
outdoor,
way.
this fancy opera bullshit, whatever. What was how old were most of the people there?
Elderly.
Yeah,
I would
thought
say.
so. Don't think Madama Butterfly is resonating with the younger generation.
We're all Rohit Ninan.
But yeah. Anyways, would advise to go on a day that doesn't rain.
Would you go to a musical? Would you give a musical a go? This wasn't a musical. Just put it out there.
this is an
It's
opera.
not a musical.
Different.
And we got to take you to a proper one with a proper setting.
I went to a musical previously, Miss Saigon.
Oh,
My friend put that on. Beautiful musical. I really enjoyed that because it was in English.
Again, was that a community amateur one?
Yeah, it was in in
You need to watch a
Chatswood.
proper one,
It was
mate.
in Chatswood Chase, so it was
Okay,
like
right.
it was a production.
he was in a shopping center.
sorry. I know what you're talking about. The Chatswood the theatre. The theatre
yeah,
in
where
Chatswood.
the library is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, That's not the local community play that the kids have put on in the
flash
shopping
mob.
centre. Yeah.
Speaking of tragedies this week, lost a great man, I feel. I woke up to the wildest headline that day. Like, you know how like you can like put into a random generator, like a word generator, and it'll throw up some random bullshit? I reckon you could spend 100 years on that. It would never throw up what I read.
Like those games where you have to make up a fake headline.
Yeah. All I saw was Dalai Lama asked young boy to suck his tongue. Wow.
What an article. What a
That
what a
raised
news to
so
wake up
many
to.
questions.
When you saw that, Sam, what did you feel?
I thought it was like a Batuta article or like The Onion, some fake news headline, or maybe some fake Dalai Lama out there is.
I checked the date to see if it was April 1st still.
Really
That's the
actually-
levels.
Yeah, like there's no way the Dalai Lama is accosting young boys and commanding that they suck on his tongue.
His holy tongue.
There's video evidence. You can
Is there
go
video
see-
evidence?
Mate, Kush, can we like splice this into the video? And
Is there
it's
an
just-
actual video?
No, put the
mate.
photo. Put the flash screen photo with Dalai sticking his tongue out.
All right, I'll show you after we've done this. But yeah, it's dude. He like grabs the kid, he kisses him, and then he's still holding the kid. They blurred the kid's face, so
For
respect to
privacy,
that.
respect.
And then he's holding the kid, and then he's like, suck my tongue, and then does this,
Like a lizard.
and then the kid like kind of like pulls back from it, and then just goes and sucks on his tongue.
Oh, he does in the end.
Yeah, he does suck on his tongue,
Oh.
dude.
Oh, that goes my defense out the window.
So wild.
Yeah,
What
I
was
thought,
your defense?
I thought it was a lost in translation, stick out your tongue. I thought it was a stick out your tongue
dude.
sort of thing.
And well, that was his defense. The Dalai Lama said, and and in quotes, he said the Dalai Lama often teases. He referred to
Yeah.
himself in third person.
He's a bit silly
and
sometimes.
says that it was just a bit of a tease.
He's in a silly, goofy mood.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Like, that is, I reckon, the top 5 weirdest things you can say to a child, or let alone anyone, actually.
Suck my
my tongue.
What is the Dalai Lama meant to represent?
Buddhism, Zen, peace, prosperity.
Has anyone ever tried sucking a tongue? Maybe they're all
Kush, come here.
they're all indicative of peace and
Look,
zen.
you can suck whoever's tongue you want. It's just make sure that they're over the age of 18 and consenting. Because I saw neither of those things in this video.
So he's a kid. So they blurred the kid's face, but so how do they show him sucking his tongue? Is it just a blur?
It's like,
Opacity
you know,
zero,
'cause you get-
sucking tongue.
So you know when you watch Japanese now.
Because you can see the Dalai Lama's tongue and you just see the kid going towards it.
look, all right.
It's tragic.
The Dalai, look, never meet your heroes is a famous quote.
Never
you know?
meet your heroes. Yeah.
So, Dalai, take it easy for a little bit.
Lay low.
His holiness.
You know, PR. You need a bit of PR now.
Yeah, maybe it's time to go back and self-reflect. Go back and get that peace, that zen.
And then hop on YouTube and put an apology up.
Do we think it's malicious? Or do you think it's like a cultural thing?
Is it lost in
Never
culture?
heard.
Maybe.
You reckon it's a Tibetan thing?
It's tradition in Tibet.
No,
to
I'm not gonna.
suck tongue.
I'm not gonna speak for the Tibetan people. But I feel like
It's a coming of age thing.
no, okay. For example, like the Dalai Lama says it. There's a bit of a backlash, but like realistically, we're having a laugh about it, right? Like
That's because it's the Dalai Lama. Do you reckon this would be a bit?
No,
like Kanye West. Kanye West says "suck my tongue" to a little boy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Is he getting crucified? I think.
I think he is.
What
He
about
is.
like
He
a
is.
Catholic priest? Do you get that?
Yeah, they're asking them to suck other things. About it.
That's what I'm saying. I think the difference is because it's the Dalai
But
Lama.
tongue is wild because if you say suck my, dick or whatever, that's normal. I've heard that till the end of time.
No,
right?
but this is also isn't an insult.
But then there's suck my ass, which is a bit newer, but it's again there. But suck my tongue means he's thought about it. It's premeditated.
All I'm saying is, if I'm in a COD lobby, I'm saying suck my dick, suck my ass. I'm not saying suck my tongue.
Yeah, imagine
which means he's probably done it before.
Yeah, obviously, this is his teasing, his playfulness,
party trick.
with kids.
Imagine if the Dalai Lama dropped the old Sagma, bro. Sagma.
This is outrageous. Is religion going down? Is this what it is? All
Going down, you reckon?
I think it is.
There's another Dalai. So it's like the Dalai Lama and like the Dalai, I want to say puncher, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
They're like the vice president or something.
It's like the second in command.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I just said
But-
So it's the Joe Biden to his Obama.
But it's a little bit dicey because they basically appointed this 6-year-old kid as the Dalai puncher. Like,
Wait, what?
yeah.
What do,
so-
you mean, what do you mean by that?
as in like he is now destined to be the second
Oh,
in.
he's gonna take over.
Yeah.
That was the kid who sucked Dalai.
No. This is a
okay.
completely different story.
But I
But
think by the time the Lama is gone, this guy will
No,
be
no,
of
no.
age.
no, you can be both. You can be both. The Dalai puncher is in charge of choosing the next Dalai Lama. So he's the bloke. He's the
okay.
bloke when he grows up. He'll be like your Dalai Lama.
Gotcha.
And but then he was kidnapped at 6 years of age by the Chinese government, and apparently now he's doing well. He's graduated uni and he's got a job.
Is
So.
that the moral of the story? Get kidnapped by the Chinese government.
He's a graduate of the Big Four. You know what a life.
So yeah, well, obviously coming from the Chinese government, that is all above board.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see
I
here.
believe them definitely.
Yeah.
But potentially this new kid could be the new Dalai. I'm saying this word and I don't know if it's right.
Yeah.
I probably should look it up.
But
The Dalai,
Dalai
vice
number
president.
two.
The Dalai
Yeah.
VP. We'll
Call
call
it
him
like that.
and speaking of good men going down this week, mate, Jared Hayne as well
Oh, he got convicted. I saw
got
that.
convicted of
Was
rape.
he, I thought he was already in jail.
No, then they let him out, and then now they've got him again. So, mate, tough week for any Buddhist Eels fans out there.
You enjoy that one? Did you say?
Boys, it's time for Whomst line is it anyway? Not at all affiliated with the other game.
What other game?
Sorry, the other show where we've stolen many games from. This is a simple game, boys. I've spent this week going back to episode 101 and listening forward to 200. And I've picked out some of maybe the most outrageous and straight up just without context, weirdest things we've said. And it's up to you boys to decide who said it, which one of us four.
Whomst.
And I'll say I didn't pick any of the guest quotes or anything. It's only us four.
Just us four.
Kept it easier. So you'll be going head to head. I'm going to need some buzzers from you. We'll start with you, Kush.
Suck my tongue.
All right, suck my tongue. Change it if you had that idea as well. Ro.
Mine. I have a redaction from the log. It's not the Dalai puncher. It's the Punchin Lama.
All right.
So that will be my buzzer.
Punch and llama.
I was going to go Dalai.
Jesus Christ.
So we got all bases covered.
We've all got. And on top of that, I will give you, because I've got the episode numbers as well. If you can get the right episode number,
There's no shot I'm getting that.
just throw me random numbers.
I
You
reckon
know
we
it's
could.
between
I reckon we could.
101 and 199.
Can I give you? I'll probably give you the name of the episode easier than the. Do you have the
Mate,
name?
if you can't get the, I've got the names, but if you can't get the episode number, how are you going to get the name?
Yeah, that's wild.
All right, fine.
All right. Nice, easy one to start us off with. Do you ever feel like driving into oncoming traffic sometimes?
Punchin Lama. That's me.
All right. Give me the episode.
Oh, but is it me? Because you've quoted this story as well.
This was the original, the first time
It's you then.
you said it. Yeah, it's correct. It's him.
That's definitely me.
It's you.
The episode would have been maybe 132.
Suck my tongue on the episode.
All right. Hey, you know what? Yeah, jump in for the
The
episode.
episode. I'm going to say it's 139.
118.
Manny is the closest. It's 121. Do you want to give the context of what we were talking about?
I think. Well, no, I don't think. I actually know this.
Yeah.
We were driving. His friend was driving home one night after pub golf, and he was dropping me home because I was heavily intoxicated. And I thought my life at that moment was beautiful. In that moment, I felt
Nice.
content, and so I asked him politely to drive into a traffic pole to end it all.
As you should.
Also, other people in the car as well.
Just bring us along for the ride.
All right, so Ro, you'll get the first one. First point there. No one gets the bonus point. Your second one. I'm changing it up. 2 blacks, 1 white.
Suck my tongue. 2 blacks, 1 white. I think this is me. No.
Do you want to lock that in?
Yeah, let's look at it. He's
Let's
already
not
said
get
it.
it. No changes. I think it's me.
Correct.
It is
Yeah.
you. It is
yeah.
you. Why'd you say this?
I'm trying to figure out which episode this is. This is, I reckon, early 108 or 109. I feel like I'm gonna say 108.
Anyone else want to dispute that?
109.
Ro, you want to throw your say it?
107.
7? Well, you're all wrong. It's episode 186.
Yeah.
Really? Did I say this recently?
It was very recent.
Why did you
couple
say
weeks
this?
What?
What was he changing up?
2 blacks, 1. Oh,
Think-
it's for my Insta stories. That's right. The tiling.
The tiling. Correct.
Gotcha.
So you thought, wait, so episode 108 would have been 2021 Kush.
Forget about that one. I thought I said something dicey back then.
All right, that is correct. Next one. God, I wish I had that talent of exploiting children.
Suck my
Dalai.
tongue.
Surely this is you.
Yeah, this is sure.
So your answer?
That's my answer.
Incorrect.
God damn it.
Suck my tongue.
Yep.
Is it me?
Why would you assume it's you? Is that something you want to claim?
No. I feel like this is something that if it's not you, it's definitely not Migs. I don't think Ro would say it, so I'm gonna say it's me.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
It is you.
I had
What
a
episode is it?
108.
Well, no, what was the context, please?
Yeah, I'm.
Exploiting. Is this a?
Could you say it one
Is
more
this an
time?
influencer reference? Maybe.
Very
Is it?
good memory.
Wow.
Could you say
Very,
it one more
very
time?
good memory.
One more time.
So it was, God, I wish I had that talent of exploiting children. So we were talking about influencers, and I said their only talent
Oh yes.
is
No, it's the parents. We talked about the parents.
parents. Sorry,
parents
sorry.
one.
Yeah, yeah,
Ryan's box opening or whoever that kid is and whatnot.
And then I said their talent is exploiting their children. And then you jumped in for some reason and said, gosh, I wish I had that talent.
Just unprompted.
exploiting children.
Unnecessarily.
That episode number, Kush, you want to guess first?
This is the young days. I'm gonna say 126.
I think it's somewhere in that. I think it's actually a bit later than that. It feels recent. So
137.
I'm going to say 151.
Kush is the closest, but you're all wrong. It's episode 105.
Early.
Oh,
Early. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you still want to exploit kids, Kush? 100 episodes later, you can
I
clarify
think
your stance,
it's a God-given talent. That's what I say.
and none of us have it.
None of us have it.
All right, moving on to the next one. People weighing over 150 kilos aren't people at all.
Punch and Llama.
Lie.
That was me, definitely. This
That
is,
is correct.
yeah.
Wait,
this-
you didn't let me finish the quote. People weighing over 150 kilos aren't people at all. They're silverback gorillas.
did I
Yes,
actually,
correct.
You said this.
Did I actually say that?
That is you.
I'd like to retract
No,
that
you
statement.
No, you don't. What episode number is it from?
They're not
bro?
silverback gorillas.
Thank you.
They're blue whales.
Oh, here we go.
The episode number, I have literally zero recollection saying this, so I'm going to say it's like episode 113.
I'm gonna go for 127.
You're like 188.
No, 104.
Yes.
Another young.
This is early. This is early. This was a part of TCB debate, though.
Thank you for
Yeah,
clarifying.
there was context. There's context to it.
Yeah, dude, I cannot believe I would just say that unprompted.
Just like, we were just talking about it's something completely random.
It's a classic road log shenanigan.
Look, I know I like to tell stories and stuff, but that's an outrageous line.
All right, quick score check.
I'm on 2. Rose on 2, I believe.
I'm on
And that's-
nil.
All right, beautiful.
Fine. I'm enjoying the roller coaster.
Next one. What's the reasoning behind your stalking? If it's just for good old-fashioned stalking, it's fine.
Dalai, this was you, Centaur, and Vengelingam.
And why do you remember that?
What were we talking about?
It's good.
It is correct. No, it's
No,
me.
it was
It's
him.
correct. It's me.
No, but as in you would maybe talking about Kush.
I think he's talking about the dog stalking me. Is that it?
Nope.
No.
I think we're talking about relationship advice.
Nope.
I'm
No.
thinking we're talking when Kush stalked that girl when he on his walks.
Incorrect.
Kush does a lot of stalking.
You're
coming to
all
realize.
Wait, what was it?
correct.
Say the line one more time.
So someone else was talking about stalking, and I said, "What's the reasoning behind your stalking? If it's just for good old-fashioned stalking, it's fine."
No, it was a relationship advice thing, and someone was talking about stalking, and then you defending it. I feel. Was it? No, what was it then?
Oh.
So this was I'll give you a hint. It was episode. Actually, no. Yeah, try and guess the episode. That might.
No,
help.
give us the hint first, and then we'll try.
Okay.
to guess the
Hint
episode.
was from early last year, January.
It's gonna be younger than another one, right?
No, give us the hint as in like the context. Do you remember the context?
Yeah.
What is
It's
it?
tennis related.
Tennis related.
Oh, it was a fucking Nick Kyrgios story where we were like,
Correct.
me and a couple geezers stalked Nick Kyrgios back in the day.
Gotcha.
That must be.
Stalk is a strong word. We followed him for half an hour.
Suck my tongue. 109.
No.
Shit.
That's a. You talking about Was this when we were talking about Melbourne, and then you guys went? Because like I'm trying to think the context when you guys would say this.
I actually don't think you were in that episode.
It feels like shock. It feels like it was you guys were reminiscing about Melbourne, and
yeah.
and then you told this story, and it was a recent-ish episode. I think it's like 179,
I swear he said January
Actually,
last
January
year.
last
January
year.
last
Come
year,
on.
bro.
142.
No.
It's just some mathematics.
It'll be way younger than that.
I don't know.
January last year.
112.
Kush.
I already said 109, sir.
134.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Next one. Mental health, the brain. It's all too much. I feel flustered 24/7.
Suck my tongue. That's Ro.
I don't think that's me.
I'm locking in Ro.
Incorrect.
Dalai, that was me, right?
That
It was
was you.
absolutely me. I still relate to this day.
Dude, you were going through it.
Why did I say this?
Was that a genuine conversation that we were having, or was this another joke?
No, I know the context. It was a joke.
I don't
Oh,
remember this. All jokes have a bit of truth to them, man.
yeah, exactly.
Anyone want to guess the episode number?
140.
143.
Don't give me these.
136.
Nah, 129. It was in December of 2021, and we were talking about if we should do a tech detox.
Bad. Yeah. Technology's ruined my mental health. Yeah. Still stand by this day. Have
we
I
go
done
through-
anything about it?
No, did we go through with the detox?
I don't know if
we
we
didn't.
claimed on air if we did. I think we.
I think you guys did do a bit for TikTok,
No,
right?
we did do the detox.
Yeah, you did. You did do the detox.
Did Sen do the detox? I remember me and Marty were all about
It was you
it.
two.
No,
The
you
detox.
said you were going to try as well.
No, he did a TikTok detox or something like that. I remember some screen time detox, isn't that?
I think
right?
that might have been
Yeah.
it. It was
The
a while
levels.
back. You're just testing my memory here. All right, next one. The rule is you can have nudes, but you can't have penetration, is what I've heard.
That's got to be.
There's no. That's got. I don't know.
I'm gonna. What's my thing? Punch and llama.
Mm-hmm.
There's your news are okay, but they can't be penetrated. That sounds like a classic Sen one-liner.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Off
I
the
was
cuff.
So you looking at me?
I'll lock in you.
Incorrect.
Suck my tongue. Then it's got to be Ro.
It is, bro.
What?
Is this in reference to a game that we were playing?
No.
No, another.
Is this one of his beliefs? Like,
What are we talking about here?
I think we're talking about, it was one of your stories about cheating.
What?
From someone you heard, like someone else.
And what did I say?
The rule is you can have nudes, but you can't have penetration.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I did say it. If you found it, how are you finding these quotes? By the way, is this a
Mate, chucked into ChatGPT. They went and listened through all of it.
got you the best ones?
Probably the best ones.
That's class.
Actually, no way.
No, of
You
course
didn't.
not.
What episode? I don't remember saying that, so I'm going to think it's early. That is episode 101.
I'm going to say that is episode 117.
126.
Kush, I want to give you half a point. It's episode 115. That's
Ooh,
decent
okay,
guess. That's not a
okay.
bad guess.
Not bad.
All right. We'll maybe a bit more of a recent quote. We'll go, cheating on your partner is okay as long as you don't get caught.
Punching
feels like
llama.
one of these
That's
bad boys.
That's definitely not me. That is a. Would Kush say that? I think Kush would say that.
No.
All right. Is that your answer?
That is my answer.
It's not Kush.
Yeah.
Dalai, it was you, Sen.
It wasn't me either.
It's mix.
It is mixed. All right. Guess the episode and I'll give the context.
Get done, son. Manny.
Oh, no.
Manny, as soon as that quote.
Yeah.
Has to be said on row.
Is this the relationship advice episode with a guest?
No. Good guess though.
I was thinking it was potentially with like I remember you guys were talking about like what was it, like emotional cheating or something like that. I thought it was.
I like your
that.
thinking. It's similar. It was similar vibes.
I'm in the mud here.
Manu was,
Can't believe him.
Manu was talking about.
Said such blasphemy.
So what was the quote?
Cheating on your partner is okay as long as you don't get caught.
That's right. Manu was talking about his own experience cheating.
Shut the fuck
I remember that story. I couldn't tell you what episode that is. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
watching it.
wild.
Why did I say this?
What's the context? What's the
180,
context?
183.
Let's do some episode guesses.
177.
Wrong.
80.
Wrong.
86.
All right, it was 138. It was the
How was
Valentine's
that
Day. Valentine's Day last year. Sorry, I realized it wasn't. It was when it was just you two and you're playing those relationship games. It was the BuzzFeed one. And you had
so
to
this is-
react. So it was just you reading out the quote, like the question.
Oh, you fucking bastard. No, fuck.
And then Rose just had to agree or disagree
Yeah,
with it.
exactly. Yeah, I was reading, so I swear. Fucking hell.
That's good. That's good.
It's a bit stressful, actually.
Mix was feeling it for a little bit.
This actually tells you how easy it is to get cancelled. Do you know what I mean?
So easy.
You just
so easy.
pop that clip out, chuck it on the interwebs, and then suddenly Manny's a misogynist pig,
Yeah, I could have been you. Anyways.
chauvinist. All right, sorry, go.
All right, moving on to the next one. Oh, daddy, pass the ball, daddy.
I don't think I use daddy in this context ever.
Really?
Oh, no, I
After
do.
what you've heard, you've already
Yeah.
said anything. Nothing is off limits.
What could this have been?
Pass the ball, daddy. Did we
It's these two again.
play soccer with someone and it's like
I feel like
someone,
this is a bit of role play. I just don't know what they're role playing.
We've done some roleplay episodes.
I don't remember any role play.
I'll give you a hint. This is at probably our most unhinged time of the podcast.
This is probably lockdown.
This is lockdown times then.
Correct?
Is this a game? Nah. Is this like a finish the lyric potentially?
Oh, daddy, what? Pass the ball.
Oh, daddy, pass the ball,
Means
daddy.
any songs from Post Malone like that?
I would say, okay, pension Dalai.
Yep.
That was me.
Incorrect.
Thank God.
Dalai.
And we're just trying to clear their own name.
Dalai, that was cushy.
Correct. It was cushy. I feel like you know the context.
I don't,
there.
but I
okay.
feel like I could hear it in his voice.
What? When did it? Oh, I did.
What was the context?
I've not been known to say words like such flowery connotations.
My persona doesn't allow.
So I said it's at our most unhinged.
Pass the ball, Danny. I'm sorry. Have you heard me say that?
Is this a legitimate Kush quote or it's like a Manu quote?
It's a legitimate. Okay, if anything, Kush was quoting himself.
Okay.
So it was a Kush quote.
Kush doesn't play that many ball sports. He plays disc sports.
I know what this is.
Here we go.
This is NBA 2K. We were talking about chatting shit to random people.
Correct.
I actually remember this now saying it as well on the PlayStation game chat.
So a bit of context. This was lockdown 2021. Me,
Yeah.
Kush, and Manu were playing NBA 2K20.
remember
So not
this.
even the latest 2K. We were playing 2K20 until like midnight most nights. And we were just stomping on like 15, 16-year-olds. And Kush, we were getting pretty toxic.
You can enter the public chat.
So we would have our like PlayStation chat, and then you can go into the public chat in the game, and the other team can hear you. Me and Manu never did that. Kush jumped into a game while we're beating them, and would just berate the other team. And one of the things he said was, "Oh, daddy, pass the ball, daddy."
Fair enough, because it's lockdown. I understand. I understand.
Give yourself a pass for that.
Yeah, I'll give myself a pass. I'm going to say it was episode, this is early times as well, episode 113.
Wrong.
127.
140.
121.
Ooh, okay.
Alrighty, next one. That would have been an amazing sight. Imagine someone walking out the bathroom and they just see this guy clamping on his balls.
Suck my tongue. That's Sen.
Incorrect.
That's Manu. Dalai pension. Manu.
No, suck my tongue. That's me.
Firstly, incorrect.
That's me.
That is you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have colourful language like that.
Yeah, I thought you might have a vivid
Sorry.
description.
I think
about
this
that.
is a you story though, Sen. Is it? You were talking about.
It was one of my rare units that I was
yes.
describing, and
Yes.
it was your
Ooh, yeah, come on.
commentary.
Yeah, okay.
All right, when was this?
This is recent. This is actually recent. I reckon
Is
this
it?
is what. This is 178.
This is last week, 199.
During train stations, no less.
191.
191 is spot on. You know what? You're the only one who's gotten it, so I'm going to give you 2
Almost.
points for that.
I think Manu actually wins, dare I suggest.
Yeah, you know
Look
what?
at that. That's actually
No matter what
incredible.
happens, you win.
That's
That's
class.
insane.
That's
That
class.
is insane.
Unless someone else gets the... So I don't care about the quote now. Now it's all about episode numbers.
All right, next one.
And the timestamp.
Next one. It's dirt cheap, and I literally mean dirt cheap because there's actual dirt in the food.
Dalai Punchin. This is a classic Sen 1-2 punch. So it's a 1-2
Correct.
combination.
It is.
It's got the formula.
Yeah, I've seen this before. Many years.
It's a good setup. The repeat and then it lands. Yeah.
It's good.
All right. When was it?
Episode number. Sorry, what was the quote again?
It's dirt cheap, and I literally mean dirt cheap because there's actual dirt in the food.
We were talking. Okay, I actually know this because I
right.
edited the TikTok.
All right.
So I believe this is the episode where we talked about the Chinatown dirty dumplings place.
Has to be that. Noodle King.
Chinatown Noodle King,
Whatever
correct.
it's called, where you told a beautiful story about young children serving
Lovely
the
allegory.
food,
That is perfect.
and the plates were very dirty.
Correct.
We were slandering places. So mine
That
was,
was when we slandered Captain's Balcony.
I believe it was
Captain's
the right,
Balcony. Go find them. Go see them on
Absolutely.
YouTube, on Google.
which means it was Manu's birthday, which
Okay.
is
Circa that time.
in June, and it was
Okay.
it was last year.
Okay.
All right.
How many episodes between April now and June last year?
Let's say gentleman's 45. So I'm
Okay.
going to say it's in the 150s. Am I right there?
Maybe you might be.
Maybe, off you go.
April, June, close.
146.
I'm gonna go 153.
160.
Kush is closest. It's 156. You should have just gone.
God damn it.
You said 45, and then you said 145.
I said one. Oh, I'm an idiot. I
If you
did
did
the
45
maths
by 2 hours,
wrong.
155. It's episode 156.
did
You would
the
have been
math
dead
wrong.
right.
Oh my
I
god.
thought we had a gap in between. Oh,
No, we didn't. Kush, we only took one break on 200 episodes.
All
1
right.
week off.
Moving on. All right. Seeing an animal injured or in pain doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Dalai, this is Rohit Ninan. Psychopath.
Incorrect.
Whoa! Even I thought it was me.
I thought that was wrong as well.
Who hates animals? Kush doesn't like animals. We're locking Kush.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
I reckon then this is Migs.
It is me.
Yeah.
Oh, the psychopath strikes again.
I'm learning a lot about myself today.
Interesting. Okay.
Is he quoting me?
No.
I said this on my own volition.
This is a Miguel
You are quoting
Cardenas.
something.
It doesn't matter then. I'm scot-free, baby.
All of Nick's quotes are copy paste, man. There's nothing
Exactly.
to it.
I don't have my own content, dude. I'm just a regurgitator.
What's the con?
What
What's
was,
the
I,
con?
what was I regurgitating?
No, it's just that you managed to quote the most outrageous things. That's why it's easy to clip up.
I do it for the sound bites.
What's the context? I actually have no idea. What is the context here?
Anyone want to jump
Is it
in?
animal fighting situations?
Nope. Ooh, good guess though.
What was the quote? I don't...
Seeing an animal injured or in pain doesn't bother me in the slightest.
If he's quoting something else, what could it be?
I don't know. Yeah.
I have to be quoting someone here. Someone here, like... I don't know.
He's not quoting any one of us.
No.
No, who would have said that? Or who would have... I don't know. I'm blanking.
Give us. No one has any idea.
Anyone want to
here.
guess maybe the episode number first?
153.
112.
171.
It's 138. It was one we did before. You guys were doing the personality quiz and you were reading it out to him.
Personality good.
Shit. You read it.
And then he agreed with it.
And
I
he agreed with it.
know.
He laughed and he agreed with
Exactly.
it. And then you called him a psycho.
Fuck me. It's circular.
All right. Couple more to go. It's times like these where I appreciate in the 1500s they burned people at the stake.
Dalai Puncheon. That's a Kush special from a debate.
You sure?
I'm not, but that's what I would like to lock in.
I think it's Ro.
I think it's Sen.
Oh, we all would like to burn some people up.
And then it'll be me, because no one's guessed me.
Well, Ro is right. It is cool.
It is cool.
Oh.
No, because Kush.
But it wasn't TCB debate.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I was
No, I
thinking,
think we were talking about something. We were telling a story about something, and he just...
Maybe it was
disagrees
something
fully.
like controversial, and I was like, you know what, I hate this.
No, I think it was, something that maybe we got wronged by someone or something, and then Kush went to
jumped
extend
in.
that. they
I'll
should
give
be burned
I'll
at
give you the
stake.
context, but first I want the episode number and then I'll give you the
what's
context.
the quote again?
It's times like these where I appreciate in the 1500s they burned
Is this,
people at the
is this lockdown?
Correct.
Yeah, this is going to be the 130s, 120s, I reckon.
Is this when people broke lockdown rules?
Correct.
Yeah, good shout.
yes.
Great shout.
God, good work there.
What
yeah,
episode
I
is
that's-
think
that?
you also said you wanted to eradicate or exterminate people, something like that.
There was, but I didn't include that though because I feel like it's a bit much.
Thank you, Mix.
Exactly. I don't know, when was lockdown? I don't know, 140.
122.
Lockdown wasn't there.
I'm going to say 126.
160.
It's an episode you guys have said many times. 109.
109.
Shit. I went the wrong way.
All right, next one. When girls pee, it's just a waterfall. It's actually really aggressive.
Dalai. Was it Rohit?
Correct.
that's a road classic. That's a road observation. A classic road.
Road
observation.
telling a story. Someone had to, a girl had to take a piss, and he.
I actually don't know the context of this one.
I don't know the context of this.
It's one of his urinal. Many of his urinals. Well, actually, no.
Why would he
probably
know
not
the girl?
actually,
Yeah.
Let's say no, not that one.
Well, just a quick urinal thing. Is
Here we
it,
go.
is it uncomfortable when you're peeing like in a cubicle and you can hear the splashback?
no, I don't think so.
Just assert
Part of-
dominance.
It's part of the game.
yeah, it's part of the
Just me then.
Just you, I think. Next one. COVID's not real anyway. It's a pandemic.
That's got to be old Centaur.
It has to be. He's got a little
Yeah.
word. You know,
Yeah,
little word for it.
wordplay. I reckon that's you, Centaur.
Yeah, it is me.
Yeah,
Correct.
that is
Plandemic.
you, Yeah,
When was that one?
that's got to be also lockdown times.
111. That era
108.
when we were stuck at home and you. Were,
109.
It's episode 178. I think we're talking about someone here might have had COVID or knew someone who had COVID, and we're like, oh, it's not real
Oh,
anyway.
fair enough. Yeah.
Is Kush? Yeah, Kush lied about not getting COVID.
I still haven't gotten COVID, guys.
so you claim?
All right, I think 3 more to go. Dixie D'Amelio is the Seth Curry of TikTok.
Oh,
Kush.
no,
I think
Dalai.
that's- I
That's
think
a
that's-
Miguel
that's a
special.
Miguel
It has to be.
special,
That is a
yeah,
Miguel
yeah.
It has to
special.
be. You
It's the
two-
pop
and,
culture
You cracked
baffles.
up at that.
Yeah.
I don't remember this. I gave us a pat on the back on that one.
Such a good analogy. Because I think we were talking about how she just gets carried by her family, and so you said the
sister,
Seth
yeah.
Curry.
Is this are we playing a higher lower game here?
I think maybe talking about followers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
So I think it might be that context.
So we're talking about that, and we didn't realize how big Dixie was, and then we said she got carried.
No,
by
and-
her family.
Was this in lockdown?
No, and then Kush said he found her attractive, but then we figured out she was like 17 or something.
No, that definitely was not the
We
case.
I
had-
can't confirm or deny that part.
We had something like that.
I don't know if it was Kush. I don't know if it was Sen actually.
I'm pretty
And
sure
I think it was.
was
no, and I think it was Charlie.
Yeah, it was one of the. Yeah,
No,
it was
but he
Sen.
paused.
Sorry, Kush. Sorry, Kush, for
Jesus
slandering.
Christ. No, I remember what it was because you were asking him and then he was like, wait, how old is she? And then you said
Yes.
that he was like, no, all good.
Yeah, good. Sorry, Kush. I actually will apologize for that.
We'll
one.
retract our statement.
All
of
right.
this.
So what episode is it?
Who knows?
After all that.
115.
I want to say 139.
146.
160. Next one. I would have just seen this guy reaming a toilet with his toe.
This is surely a Sen or a Miguel. I don't use the word rimming. I don't think Kush uses the word
I know
rimming.
this
Definitely
story.
I think
I
it
thought
has
it
to
was
be-
you.
No, I don't use rimming. I think Sen.
Sen.
Has to be Sen.
Incorrect.
No.
It's
It has to be
Ro.
Manu.
Anyone want to buzz in?
I think
maybe?
it's Ro.
Dalai, it's
Suck-
Ro.
Suck my tongue, Ro.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. It is right.
okay.
It is
me.
right. It is right.
I don't use-
That's what I'm saying.
Is
What?
this, is
story.
this the story about how we wanted to get a guy to like? What would we want him to do? Clean the toilet with his foot or some shit?
Yeah.
And he would have to film it at home. We generally offered like $50 each.
Yeah.
And he pussied out and didn't do
This
it.
is you, 100%.
Wait, did I get off? No, that was our friend Glade. No.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we were at dinner that night and we're like, bro, we'll give you like $20 each if you go home and do this. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. So then we got home so giddy, waiting for a video to come up on our group chat and nothing happened.
That is very good memory there. Very good. All right, next one. Moving on swiftly from if we can be racist to white people.
Dalai, that has to be
I think this is between 10 and 9.
Sen or Rose segue in the log. It has to be.
Yeah. it feels
That is a
like-
segue in the log. It has to be.
I'm going to say this is Sen.
Sen.
Buzz in.
Dalai, Sen.
Incorrect.
I think that's a Punchin Lama. I think that's a Migs quote.
It is.
Migs trying to steer us away from dangerous waters.
Correct. That is
Oh,
correct.
yeah. You do a lot of
This is me.
segues.
Yeah, it was me actually.
That was you. And yeah, it was basically, yeah. I mean, the context is within the quote itself. What episode is it?
149.
180,
No.
150.
120.
120.
Almost.
All right. Couple more. I keep saying couple more, but I realize there are more.
Give us one more. Give us one more to
All right, one
end the
more
show.
to end the show then. Ratatouille is probably one of the greatest movies of all time. Anyone can cook. What a message.
Suck my tongue.
Dalai. That was you, Cushy.
That's Miguel.
And who do you think it is?
Rohit.
No,
First.
it's me. Yeah, it was me, right?
That was my answer.
She
No,
said
you
kush.
said
No,
kush.
because he said it. Because he buzzed in first.
okay.
So I let him have it.
All right. Well, yes, you are right. It is row.
Yeah, the whole cooking water message. I can visualize him
That's
saying
usually
that.
a row
Okay.
thing to say.
With such passion as well, I reckon.
Ratatouille. I'll tell you the story of when how I first watched Ratatouille. It was on an iPod Classic where you could watch movies on that little tiny screen, and I watched that rat cook.
That rat bastard.
And wow, he cooked.
Let him cook, brother. Let him cook.
Any guesses on how early this
Fuck
is?
no.
102. This is an earlier.
I reckon this is 117.
193.
I think row takes it. 102 on the dot.
Oh! Oh! Roy! You're not dicking
102.
around.
Well
Are you
done.
serious?
There's gonna be one more round. Me and Manu. This is it. Sorry,
All right.
Sen. Bring up the
All
phone
right.
again.
All
but
right.
That's a clutch. That's like doing odds with 100, and I just got it. Like unbelievable. On the last one to tie the
He's gassing
game.
himself up.
Give me the commentary. Bang.
Give a Mike Green double bang.
All right. This last one's an easy one, unfortunately. So
It'll be the closest number.
it'll be whoever gets closest to the episode.
no
number.
tomfoolery
And just
here.
between Row and Meeks because they got the two
Yeah.
numbers.
All right. So the quote was, have you ever had crusty socks before? Crusty socks are yuck and they smell 10 times worse than underwear.
This is not easy for
It's
me.
not easy.
I have no idea who said this.
Crusty socks.
There's only one person who's going to use the word crusty, I think.
Sen? It sounds like Sen. But anyways, this doesn't matter.
Was in? Well, actually, no, if you get it.
All right.
We'll say it again.
Have you ever had crusty socks before? Crusty socks are yuck and they smell 10 times worse than underwear.
Okay, I know the context. Pancha Lama.
Yep.
I think we were talking about like reusing socks and underwear. And I think like I'm a big proponent of this. It couldn't be me. I'm a massive proponent of reusing socks. In fact, the socks I'm wearing right now have been 2 or 3 days, dare I suggest.
So
can tell.
who said?
So I think that's Manu because I feel like Manu's very anti
But I don't give a lick about crusty socks.
reuse.
I don't think
I would
crusty
say
word,
crusty
yeah.
socks.
That's my answer though.
All right, Miguel. Who do you
I'm
think
going
it
to
is?
say it was you, Game Master Sen.
For the first time ever, you're both wrong.
Yeah, it was Row, wasn't it?
It was Row.
Yeah, I fucking knew it was Row.
So it was Row. All right. So the winner here is whoever's closest to the episode number.
Trying to think about the era.
Was I right with the context?
So, yeah, you were on those lines.
Well then, it must have been early. How about I tell Kush and you tell Sen, so there's no tomfoolery.
No, I have a number in mind. I won't bullshit.
No, no,
you.
okay.
I won't bullshit you. I have a
No,
number
we'll
in
go
mind.
3 to 1. You both say a number at the same time. So and you can't.
No, I
if there's
ha-
even
I
a
have-
second delay, you lose.
I swear I have a number
All
in
right.
mind.
3, 2, 1.
125.
Okay, what did you say? I heard 125.
He
from
said
Manu.
121.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Manu.
What is it?
It's 112.
Bang! Yes! Yes! This is going to come in handy when we do leaderboards next week. That's right.
He's a
That's right. Stay
I like
tuned.
that little teaser.
Calling all men. It's time to mind your manholes with Manscaped. Everyone's aware by now that the nose hairs are a major turnoff, and that's why Manscaped, get comfy, Senny, has upgraded to their brand new Weed Whacker 2.0.
2.0.
They've got a whole bunch of malarkey about improved blades and motors and whatnot. Now, let me speak to that malarkey as I just described. So I've used the Weed Whacker 2.0 compared to the 1.0. Can I just say, what an improvement. Like, I didn't even think you could get better. And yet when I used it on my nose and ears, primarily my nose, I actually had quite a good experience doing it.
The feel in hand of the new one is much more ergonomic.
Very
I feel.
ergonomic.
The bezels are lovelier to hold.
And I don't know, just like, and maybe because it's new, like it just got rid of all the hairs, and like it's actually quite fun.
I think it
to
has more
use.
RPMs.
Must
That's
be.
why.
Let me have a quick look at the script to see if that is the case or whether
Does,
that's
it
just.
does.
Also, it's worth noting that Manscaped hire engineers from Harvard to design all their products. Kush is looking at me like I made that up because I did. But you believed it for a second, though.
and it wouldn't surprise me even if they were true.
Because it's that well designed.
Manny's right, 7,000 RPM.
Wow.
Which is crazy because it's so silent. You don't even hear it. It's a slight hum while you trim your nose and ears. And
Skin safe technology.
the whole shebang, mate. You're not going to get cut.
7,000 RPM.
That's a lot of RPM, if I say so myself. But look, if you don't want to, trim your nose and ears, it's not a very common thing, although I encourage people to do it. just get the box. Like Carter in his question alluded to his review. He held a hostage who was that valuable.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
He's sitting on gold. That's what he was doing.
He knows it's worth, the review itself is worth thousands of dollars. So get your hands on a box with the code TCB at manscaped.com. You get free shipping. You get 20% off. Just buy the whole lot. Buy the Weed Whacker 2.0. Try it out yourself. But more importantly, get the trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. Manscaped.com. TCB.
Welcome to Ask TCB for this 200th episode special. We put out the call. We asked you guys to send in your voice questions, and you guys have delivered. So we've got about, I think, maybe 8 or 10 questions. So we'll go through them. We asked you to ask us anything you wanted about us, about life, about politics, and you guys have given us a whole range of questions. So we are pretty excited to go through that. The first one today is from Kenzo.
So first of all, congrats on 200 episodes. So I got 2 questions. First, any plans for episode 300, of course? Next is, what would you say was your worst and best episode from the past 100 episodes, of course? Next is, what animal do you think needs a nerf? And lastly is, where do you think I'm from based on my accent? Because whenever I hop on Omegle, I get asked what the fuck my accent is. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
That's it.
All right. Bit to unpack there.
A lot to unpack there.
Kenzo needs a
Well,
bit
thank
of
you,
a-
Kenzo, firstly, for sending in those questions.
Of which there were more than 2.
I think, first things first. You said 2 questions, and then you just forget halfway through, and you're like, I'm going to ask these boys as many as I can. I've got one chance here.
That's fine. We're happy to
So-
field all those questions.
So we'll take them in order.
I hope the 8 questions you mentioned, 4 of them were just taken up by Kenzo.
No, I just realized with Kenzo, we're probably about 17 now. So first things first, he said, boys, well, congrats on 200. So
Thank
congrats,
you.
boys.
Thank you.
Thoughts on 300? What do we want to do for 300? So that's 100. That's 2 years away.
2 years.
So I know for 200th episode, I brought out the fantastic idea of ranking 200 things. I think 300 is when we do it.
Well, for 200 as well, Kush said, let's do a 200-minute episode. And
was about
actually,
to say.
we kind of might be getting close to it.
I'd be down for a 300-minute episode.
That's 5
hours.
hours.
I'm down.
What's
for,
the record for the longest podcast ever?
I think that's a good idea. It's like a running trend. We just keep going. This 200 minutes, 300 minutes,
Well-
400 minutes.
What would we talk about for 5 hours?
We rank 300 things.
Yeah, we can
whatever.
combine
Okay, that's the
both.
first hour, maybe 2 hours.
280 is tripods.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? Like that's the level. 270, soccer balls.
That's yeah. Soccer balls should be a bit.
Should be higher,
lower,
but
that's
yeah.
much higher.
Neither here nor there.
Well, to be honest, Kenzo, my friend, we didn't know what we were doing for the 200th episode until
3 days
3
ago.
days ago. So, for 300, let's just take it easy.
We'll catch you in June 2025 and we'll let you know then.
But I do like the idea of a 300-minute, or maybe we do a world record. I know I've talked about world records a lot on this podcast. The Mr. Potato Head
There's a
one.
potato head lying around somewhere here.
He's destroyed in the depths of this room.
But I wouldn't mind going for a world record with all of us.
All of us.
One which we're all holding each other accountable for, not just my own motivation, which wanes like the wind.
What would it be, for example?
Go on, Shakespeare, tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out closer. But I like the longest podcast episode ever.
We'll settle that one.
We chuck it on Spotify, and it's like a 24-hour.
Yeah, no intermission as well. You just
No
keep going.
breaks.
Does Spotify have a limit to how much you can upload, like in terms of time
Well,
or
it's not
file
Spotify.
size or something?
It's not Spotify.
'cause it's hosted on
it's the
something
hosts.
else.
Yeah,
And we pay top dollar for our
exactly.
host, so we should be able to put 24
And if
hours in
not,
there.
we make our own host. The Critical Banter podcast upload
Or
session.
we pivot to a software company.
We'll be SaaS. We'll work in SaaS.
Episode 400 is where we dissect how our company's gone.
Yeah.
What's Kenzo's second question?
Kenzo's second question, and maybe we'll start with Kush and go around, was what is your... Well, he said, what is your best episode and what is your worst episode? But maybe we can change best to favorite episode and least favorite. Or you can interpret it however you want. We'll start with Kush.
Okay, my favorite episode. I think the number is, I believe it's 179. It's
Okay.
the one where we first did Gone Camping, And then we also did the banter reviews of Wuhan's Batman versus the Batman.
Oh, wow.
I just
was
thought,
class. That
I
was-
thought
that
our
was beautiful.
segments there was a return of banter reviews, which we hadn't done in a while.
In a while. That is
And then
true.
we brought out Gone Camping, which was, you know,
An absolute banger of a
classic.
segment.
That
Our
is.
most viewed TikTok video with 3-point-something million
It's
views.
true. Like, let me get
put
the
me out as a
exact
racist
episode.
as well on TikTok.
Ready? Let's do what's the Kush impression? I'm bringing the Ku Klux Klan. And that was the
That's
line.
the last line. That brought the views up.
Absolutely.
And then least favorite or worst.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I think that favorite was actually 140 something.
Yeah, it was a bit earlier on, I
think
realised.
my worst episode is 179, I believe.
Which is?
it's not the worst. I think it's my least favorite. It was unfortunately a duo episode where it was struggle city for me to edit because I
enough.
wasn't paying attention. It was a lot of football.
It was only football.
And that is personal. That is purely personal.
Hmm.
I unfortunately couldn't understand the context of what was happening.
That's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair.
That's a great worst episode. Mine is also a duo of the same two individuals. Let me bring out my phone because I've screenshotted it because it was, I think everyone remembers this. Episode 150 something. What are you doing, Step Bulbasaur? Where Sen and Miguel for half an hour did smash or pass Pokemon characters.
And they went into the nitty gritty of the physicality.
Of Snorlax's physique and how he would be a gentle lover.
Definitely our most infamous episode, I will say.
Look, we were left to our own devices the morning of, so I don't know what you wanted from us.
Fair enough. You know, Kush and I
enough. It
did
was-
ditch you. It was
Yeah,
a-
absolutely. There's
And then we
context to it.
saw online people doing Pokemon Smash or Pass was trending at the moment. So, you know, we were like, you know what, we'll give it our own spin.
It was a community we really wanted to tap into.
On one hand, yes, it was last minute and we needed something, then and there. On the other hand, did we really need to spend half an hour on it?
That's the worst part. For half an hour.
I think the worst part is, I think we had to stop ourselves. We're like, okay, shit, I think this has gone long enough. Otherwise, we would have just kept going. I think we were prepared to just get to
Absolutely.
all 186 original Pokemon.
I had
We
to
were ready
put
to
up
go.
visuals of one versus the other.
Oh, what a nightmare. I also have a second least favorite episode. It is Everybody Loves Novak with Alex Milinkovic. Now, the episode itself was great. That was the day that I had
Okay, I was worried for a second.
Okay.
the Satan's Spit chili spray, which for some reason just still resides in this house.
We'll put the clip of Rose screaming and shouting if you remember that.
Wash this hand in a sec.
one spray to mouth, that's all you need.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Dude, this is legit gonna kill me.
Oh, here we go. Take a spray. We got to take a break.
I think I lost the game, and I
and
had
then
to do.
there was a forfeit.
Yeah,
And it was thrilling.
it was not. I actually think we gave Alex the best time ever. He was loving it. Meanwhile, like I had sprayed the million Scovilles straight into my throat, and my stomach was on fire. And we had sport. Did we have soccer or something?
We had soccer that day.
We
I'm
had
pretty
soccer
sure.
that day, and I just wanted to kill I wanted to end it all.
Fair enough. That's a personal one for you. That's a
Two
personal
least
one.
favorites.
What's your favorite?
What about favorites?
I didn't prepare one. They're all.
I'm glad to know this is a low light sort of idea for you.
No. There's a couple of good ones, but I want to hear yours first.
My least favorite, despite defending it, is the "What are you doing, Step Bulbasaur?"
Okay.
My favorite for what it represented was the Neil Kilhacker episode. Because I remember going into this podcast 200 episodes ago. We're like, "Fuck!" Imagine we get to a point where we get Neil,
Yeah, that was the
White whale.
someone we
Yeah.
revered, adored throughout our high school. The YouTube post up YouTube videos, and lo and behold, he wanted to come on.
He wanted to come on.
So that show, that was a momentous occasion for me.
What about us launching Luke Kidgel on the world stage, jumping on him, and then suddenly on TikTok he's massive.
I'd like to point out he probably already had 500,000 or 600,000
Probably,
followers
probably.
before.
But then I think we put
We
him on
were
the
the
map.
catalyst.
We put him on the map. So
That's also up
you're
there.
welcome, Luke Kidgel.
Was that your?
That's my least and worst.
All right, least again. I agree with you.
Dark time. That was a dark
I don't think
time.
there's no defending that one.
Don't leave us alone ever
That being
again.
said, it was kind of fun while we were
It was
recording.
fun. It was hilarious. The idea of it was hilarious.
We know what we're doing episode 300. Smash it past Yu-Gi-Oh characters and cards.
Absolutely. Boy as White Dragon.
Ooh, obelisk.
Stop.
There was another one as well. I've forgotten. I can't find which episode exactly it was. It might be 168, 167. This is while you were still in the US, and so we pre-recorded a whole bunch of episodes so you could edit them. But we realized we stopped one episode short, so we had to come in and do one episode.
Yeah.
And at the same time, this is when someone from our old high school made an Instagram account and had followed us and was posting weird stuff. And we spent half that episode just slandering this one guy. And half it got bleeped out, and Manu had to do the editing as well.
Yes,
I cut some sections from
You had
that.
to
I
cut a
remember.
lot of it out.
What do we do? Why do you have to
Borderline
cut it?
bullying.
Right.
It was borderline bullying. So, like, it was a fine episode. It was just, in terms of us as people, it was a low point, I feel.
A lot of us are, why the fuck is this guy posting?
Yeah, it was-
that vibe.
So I'll put my hand up. That was bad from us. In terms of favorite episodes, Neil Clark was up there. I actually had Alex Milinkovic as one of my favorite episodes. That
No,
was
I agree. That was actually an excellent
the
time.
energy in the room was electric.
Even from me editing, one of my favorite edits.
was
Just seeing this
so
man die.
fun.
The air in the room was spicy,
It was
dude.
so fun. And then on another note, other couple favorite ones was when we slandered a few Sydney establishments. So I think it was around the time when we talked about Vivid and we talked about establishment.
I think that was a
Captain's
duo
Balcony.
episode, Sen.
There was, sorry,
That was a you and I duo, I'm pretty sure. Because I remember I was sat there.
there was actually, yeah, that was
So,
the second
like,
one.
let's redeem our...
The highs are high, but the lows are.
There was
Those
2
are
weeks. There was
low.
1 week where we talked about it, where it was us three, and then the next week it was just me and you. Those 2 weeks were good fun, very good fun. So those were my ones. Next part of Kenzo's question, I don't know how he just ran. His brain went here apparently, asking questions about the podcast, and then his next one was
What animal should get nerfed? Kush, you're a big fan of buffs and nerfs.
Yeah. Look, I think patch notes should be key to life. Like, I think everyone deserves a patch note. Sometimes you gotta settle down. Sometimes you deserve to be boosted up.
So who needs to settle down? What animal needs to settle down?
I honestly think, and I think the great white shark needs to settle down. It needs a nerf.
Needs a nerfing.
They're dangerous.
OP.
Yeah, it's not a good thing where the only thing where you can beat it is like, I think it's a punch to the nose or something like that. It's like where you
that
can.
is true. Yeah, you just sock it in the nose.
Yeah. But apparently all that does is sort of for a few seconds
Just-
disorients them.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
You're still dead if you want
That's
to.
that's not a nerf. That is that is a cooldown.
It's a glitch.
That's all it is. That's all it is. So that needs a nerf where perhaps it's slow in speed, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
Less sharp teeth, potentially.
less sharp teeth. Yeah, exactly. So I would say the great white shark needs a nerf.
All right, Ro.
I'm going to say cockroaches. So, like, I tried to kill a cockroach yesterday. Dude, the thing doesn't die. The thing literally doesn't die. I had cockroach spray, a chemical designed specifically to kill this thing. Mate, I literally sprayed it for like 5 seconds. Like, shh.
Seems excessive.
I don't think a spray is ever instant though. It's meant to be like a
It's
minute
meant
thing.
to-
You're meant to
yeah.
follow it and like spray it consistently.
Well, I've got all the time in the world, do I? I've got to follow this thing. Go ring around the
Because then
roses.
eventually, 5-10 minutes later, it'll just die somewhere.
No, but then it dies. But then, like, I don't know. There's something about it. It populates.
I also
even
don't like
in
the way
death.
cockroaches die, man. The little flip. It's not a good look.
No,
What,
it's
they
not a
die
good
in their
look.
back?
Yeah, it's just it's like desperation. You just die in peace.
Why don't you get a shoe and just like slam it?
Obviously, that's the first thing I tried. But like,
Didn't work.
No, cockroaches don't die. Like, am I the only one who experiences this?
How hard
Once
are
you
you
get the shoe
smacking
out,
it?
bro,
I'm
it's done.
smacking it pretty hard, and then it can still move around, and then it flies, and then I got the spray out because
What's the thing? That kind of cockroach live without its head for like a few days or
I
something.
was like,
shit?
chickens can live with like 5 seconds, bro. Cockroaches,
okay.
I don't know, but they should be nerfed. That's what I think.
Fair enough. I saw some videos on Reddit the other day about like buffalo and deer in the US. They're chasing people, bro. They're huge, and they can chase you at such velocity,
If a buffalo was chasing me, I'd be fucking scared.
bro. Like, and we think hitting kangaroo here is a big deal, bro. The buffalo fucking like massive, bro.
Yeah.
And they can and they chase you.
Isn't that where you just get the 22mm out and just bang?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but imagine if they were here. We don't have guns.
Oh, yeah,
imagine
true.
a whole fucking massive buffalo chasing you.
Imagine
So
if-
they should either be either smaller or slower. They can't have both. That's OP, bro.
Yeah, that's too much.
You can't have speed and power.
Mine is crocodiles. They can get you in the water and then get you on land, and they're pretty quick on the land.
And
as
they're
well.
stealthy. They got that skill level too.
Yeah, because like in the water, it looks like a log or some shit, and before
Yeah.
you know it,
They're up.
they're up.
They got you.
So I think they got to be either nerfed in the water or on land. They can't be menaces on both.
There's too many animals that have it both.
Yeah.
We can't fly, so we're nerfed. Humans are nerfed.
Humans are nerfed, yeah.
All right, and then Kenzo's last question, and tread carefully here, boys. He says, based on his accent, where do we think he's from? I will not be speaking for the next
I'll
2
let
minutes.
Rose speak first.
Oh, it's easy. He's Filipino.
Sounds like one of my brothers.
Sounds like
Yeah,
Miguel.
Does sound like I'm glad he said that first.
Yeah. Is that what you
I was
would've
going to
said?
agree. I was going to say Filipino.
It sounds like someone I would meet at a family event. I can say that.
And I would agree as well, because when I click on his Instagram, his name is Kenzo Miguel. So I would say Filipino as well.
So tell the people in Omegle, Kenzo, that you're a proud Philo.
Yeah, we've been concerned that Kenzo's on Omegle.
Get off Omegle, Kenzo.
Yeah, it's a
Nothing
bit-
good comes out of
Chat
Omegle.
roulette's
It's a
better.
bit nefarious, mate. What are you doing on there?
Maybe he's looking for Harry Mack.
All right. Thank you for those questions. Kenzo, next one.
Hey guys, huge fan of the show. My question is, what's your top 3 favorite Fortnite guns?
Finally, some good questions.
It's a good question. It's a
All
very
right.
good question.
All right, let's set aside at least 20 minutes for this. Kush, go on.
Let's-
Are we talking about current season or
No,
all
it's
time?
gonna be overall.
Bro, you can
Overall
take a break.
season.
Bro, just
Am I going to the
go
bathroom?
bathroom for a bit. This could be...
It has to be overall. I always think a Fortnite guns tier list. Class segment. That would be class segment.
All right, if we're going all time then, give me your top 3.
Gold Scar has to be up
Has
there.
to be top.
Has
That
to be
has
top.
Number one,
Speaking of
S-tier.
things that need to be nerfed,
It's not there anymore, but the way the Gold Scar just the recoil, it just felt like bliss in your hands.
no recoil.
You're on a controller. You're not holding this
Exactly.
thing.
I felt like I was holding it with the control. That's so good. And the sound effect with the Gold Scar. Wow.
And the iconic status.
The
You
iconic
know,
status.
Drop your gold scars.
drop.
Give back my gold scars.
Can we put that audio in as well?
We'll put that audio in. We'll
6. Let's have 6. Guys, we all have legendary scars. Wait, now let's put them all in a pile.
Wait. Oh, crap, wait.
Yeah, and put that one in there. Dude, go. Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, bitch!
N-word.
Oh, you black bitch! Give it to him! You black bitch! Give it to him! No!
N-word.
You fat fuck!
N-word.
Wish you were not on our team! Fuck off! Give us the fucking gun!
put that audio
But
in.
that's got to be one of the scariest sights in Fortnite. You know, John Wick skin with the gold scar. Man, I'm leaving the game already. Don't worry about it,
That's-
brother.
I would prefer to leave, restart.
Yeah,
and then
and I'll
we'll hop
see
back
you
into
again.
the
I'll
game,
see you on
yeah.
the bus again.
So
So that's number 1 for you.
number one. It has to be. Nothing beats the Gold Scar. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. That's number one.
Sen?
Yeah, I would agree.
Ro agrees. So we'll move on to the second one. I'm going to say, might be a little controversial, but I'm going to say it's the shotgun and the OG days where you could double pump.
But I was about to say that as well, brother. The pre-patch shotgun where you could double pump and you could kill someone with like 2 common
Yeah.
fucking pump
And
shotguns.
I think this is a weapon, but it was the duo pump essentially. It was 2 separately, but
Yeah.
I considered it one weapon. If it, did
No,
that make
I
sense?
agree.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no, I
That
agree.
combination where you bang headshot
lethal.
one like 180 or some shit, you follow up with the second one.
It was lethal. The fact that it was a second difference and you were gone. That's it. And it rewarded skill. That was the most important thing. It rewarded skill.
Because I remember not being
double
able to
pump.
do that. I couldn't do the double pump.
It was famously a Mix and I situation, and the two of you with the SMGs as a backup.
Yeah.
Mate, I was going to say my second weapon would be the rocket launcher.
Oh,
The OG rocket launcher.
the gold RPG. Are you saying?
Yeah, mate. That was for people who didn't know how to aim.
Yeah. Your job, destroy the
Just
structures.
destroy shit.
Destroy the structure.
Yes,
So you just,
yes,
boys,
can do,
just
sir.
shoot the fucking whatever the vicinity.
And the thing is, yeah, you just have to get the general area, and you're taking out, 3 or 4 guys.
It had a huge radius back then as well. It
Way
got nerfed
too big.
completely.
It got
Yeah,
Did they take it out of the game altogether? It was a sad day when they did. So we're gonna say pump shotgun number 2. All right.
Let's think back to some of the guns. The burst AR pre-patch 3.
Burst
I was a
AR?
big fan.
I hated the burst.
It was again rewarded skill. That's what Mix and I famously used.
Minigun. Was there a minigun?
Was there a minigun? That would be a U gun.
Is there a minigun?
The hand cannon back in the day.
Oh, the hand cannon.
The OG DMR.
Yeah, that was interesting.
OG bolt action. Sniper rifle.
Yes.
Wow.
The sword. No, we won't go down that path. We won't go down that path.
The kinetic swords.
What about the sword you got from the Rock? What was that? The Snowy Mountain.
King Arthur.
Oh,
King Arthur
yeah.
nonsense.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, what about the Thanos fist?
Gauntlet.
The gauntlet.
Lightsabers as well.
The
were there for a while.
lightsabers.
Yeah. The
That's
bow.
the era where we took a break from the game.
Yeah, the bow and arrow was there for a bit as well, I think.
Oh, the hunting bow. Yeah, it was terrible.
This is what I'm going to say. Again, maybe controversial. The hunting rifle. That's going to be my
That was
third
big
pick.
back in the day.
Was it? I don't even
Yeah,
remember
it
this.
was sometimes you'd pick it over the sniper. Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, it was just there's something rewarding about an age-old weapon in Fortnite, you know? It was something about
the hunting
the
one.
hunting
No,
rifle.
I do
yeah,
remember
the
that.
fact that you
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
sort of
sorry,
reload,
sorry.
hear the clicks, the mechanisms of the bullet flying in, and then the shot. Very rewarding. That's why I know it's controversial, but the hunting rifle for me.
Manu.
I think I'll go the burst, the OG burst. It was like 40 a hit. You get one burst, you get 120 off it, man.
But it was capped at blue, right? It was never a purple
Yeah.
gold situation.
It was unreal.
Because it was too good. It was too good.
It's too good, Sani.
Sen.
Mine is just for meme value, the impulse grenades.
Yeah, you were a
The
fiend for
boogie
those.
bombs got to throw
The
that.
boogie bombs.
The boogie
Kush,
bombs.
come here. I've got a potion for you.
Mate, I'm emoting.
I think that's why, just to piss off your own team. The
What's the
impulse grenade.
impulse? What did that do?
You just throw it and then it explodes and it just launches your
Oh,
teammate
okay,
about
yeah,
30, 40 meters
With
away.
full damage as well. You
Yeah,
can get
with
full damage.
I'm pretty sure I can remember many times where I've killed probably both of you. We were on a fort, like a porta fort, and I've just impulse grenaded.
Porta Fort's solid as well.
Porta Fort was
very
good.
solid.
Bro, what's your third favorite gun?
I'm not going to. This is honestly worse than the Bulbasaur Smash or Pass.
God, bro,
episode.
surely you've played Fortnite. Surely you had a favorite.
Don't
gun.
disassociate from
Yeah.
Fortnite.
No, I'm
man.
not
You've
saying-
played plenty of times.
Yeah, I played it.
You enjoyed it plenty of times.
Yeah.
That's because I felt FOMO because you guys were playing it, and I didn't want to sit at 9 p.m. on a lockdown.
So surely, tell me, you must have had one gun.
Honestly,
that
obviously the Scar's number one. That's just a
Scar,
fact,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Number two, honestly, I quite liked the just the shotgun, like not the pump shotgun.
The
what's
tac
other
one.
The tactical shotgun. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
it.
It was like you
good.
pick it up and then you just go
just
bang
spray and
bang.
pray, yeah.
And
I
then
like
the
it.
third favorite gun. Honestly, the fishing rod was a lot of fun. Fishing was actually quite enjoyable.
Fair enough.
All right. Thank you for that question, Christina. Next question.
G'day, boys. Congrats on the 200 episodes. I was just wondering, with 200 episodes in the books, what are the biggest arguments and blow-ups you've had at each other while filming? And during the course of your boys' friendships, what are the biggest meltdowns you've had at each other? Cheers.
Thanks for that question, Justin. All right. Who wants to start?
Justin the sicko.
We'll start with the second question.
Which one?
Meltdowns.
Meltdowns.
It's a story we've told plenty of times.
Ample times.
Famously.
Just quickly run through it. We were playing Monopoly one day
In my own house.
At Miggs's house.
in this very abode. Kush wasn't there. It was us three plus a few other people. And then Ro and I had the sick idea of getting everyone to gang up against Miguel.
No, let me clarify this. This is what annoyed me. Sen had that idea, which is fine. So Ro and I were on a team. And then Ro jumped ship.
Oh, that's right.
Ro
Yeah, I
went to
forgot
the
about
bathroom
that.
with Sen or went to the fridge to get a drink or some shit. They colluded there.
He was chasing the thrill. That's what
And
he
then I
was.
came back and everything's ganged up on me.
And suddenly Miguel's calling all the girls pimps.
I was calling Sen a pimp.
Yeah,
calling me a pimp.
said you're a pimp. Stop pimping out these girls because they were on, I don't know, some side. And Miguel's iconic quote from that was, "If this was not my own house, I would have left by now."
That's a meltdown. That's a solid meltdown. Everything just sort of peeled away.
And
to the
I didn't
knees.
talk to the boys for a week.
A week, yeah.
Fair enough.
Silent treatment.
Was it a week? Oh, it was like a couple of days.
couple-
wasn't it? It was
it was
like
not a
what, 2 or
week.
3 days.
Close to a week.
Yeah,
Fair
it
enough.
wasn't that bad.
Look, it gets personal when it gets to Monopoly. I feel like Monopoly is where you get real intimate. So
You always hear the stories about families, being broken because of a game of Monopoly. I never thought it would happen.
I don't think I've ever played Monopoly since that.
Well,
I wish I was joking, but I'm being serious. I don't think I have played
I have
Monopoly.
not either.
is that the 300th episode? Monopoly. We just play
Monopoly
Monopoly.
Yeah, you know what? I can go 2 more years without playing it, to be honest.
So that's the infamous
That's a meltdown. No.
outside of the podcast.
Oh, yes. Outside of the podcast.
Now we'll address the first part of the question. During recording or podcast or whatever, who wants to kick off?
The most recent blow up was me and Sen had a blow up.
Oh, you weren't here, Kush.
You weren't here
Yeah.
for that. It was when we decided to play listeners. Oh, we played chess with the listeners, and we
So
said
very recent, like a month ago.
10 a.m. And then Sen Mosey's on at 10:45. He had some good excuses for why he was late, none of which communicated.
It was let's reenact the day, right? I think it was later than 10:45, to be honest.
was
I
late.
was waiting at 10, ready to hop online, by the way.
Yeah.
So I think it was get here at 10. I think this is one of the times you got here at 10.
10.
And by like 10:05, you come in because you're like, look, we got to start this tournament. People are waiting, whatever. Then we call and I think I tried to call Sen at one point, didn't pick up famously because his phone's on Do Not Disturb or some shit.
You gotta call him twice.
And then and then we're basically messaging Kush. And
Yeah.
we're like, fuck, let's just start it, boys. Like, let's actually, because other people, you guys are waiting at home. So you know what? Let's just start it. And then we're getting into it. We've nearly set up the whole bracket because Sen also had the bracket. Like we couldn't start.
That's right. Yeah.
Then
yeah.
after a while we get it sorted, and then Sen rocked up. And then I think Ro's a bit annoyed at this point. I'm like, fuck, let's just get the tournament going. Ray's starting going to like, Sen, why are you late? And then Sen just, what did he say?
He's firing back, dude. He's firing back shots. What's it to you? Like,
He was like, who are you to talk? You're normally late.
Oh.
Like, he was straight in the defensive. And then Ro kind of doesn't read the room and he's like, goes in more on Sen. It's like, mate, you said you'd get here at 10. And they're kicking off. I'm like,
you got a chest tournament
let's just
for-
play, boys. Let's have a good
Bit of
time.
defense from you, huh?
Absolutely defense. And then, an hour later, Sen opens up, like, look, boys, something happened. This is why I'm a bit annoyed in the morning,
Like, oh,
which is
fair
fair enough. But, tell us that in the beginning and we'll be a bit more
In my
understanding.
defense, I walked in and Ro was filming me as well as I was walking in. And that's what set it
on
off.
Snapchat.
no, because it wasn't for the Snapchat. It was because we were doing we were like, I don't know, we were just basically talking on the group chat with all these people
Right.
who were wanting the chess tournament to start, and then we were trying to do fillers. So like, it'd be funny if we record Sen coming in and we can send it to the send it to the people who want to play chess. Anyways, that was blow up, the most recent.
The most
blow up.
recent.
Then we had actually, I don't even remember this story, so maybe you have to tell this. But the most infamous blow up in
Tell it again.
in TCV history was during lockdown.
It was the dark era of lockdown.
Have we ever told this story in the pod? I don't
Never.
think we
I
have.
don't think
Actually,
this story has been revisited since then.
I think we've tried to pop it down in some corner and, trying to come to
So,
it.
we're at a time we can laugh about it.
Yeah.
We're friends again.
Exactly.
150
yeah.
episodes ago.
But we were in lockdown. How long was this lockdown? A couple months, probably?
Yeah.
This is the second lockdown.
Yeah.
Probably halfway through it, 1-2 months in, everyone's a bit down, depressed. Rohit's definitely depressed because he can't leave the house. That's the mood. And then I think this is at a point where, we were feeling a bit, we're all uninspired. We're all unmotivated, whatever. So we came to the podcast with last minute ideas again. I think Sen came up with that week. Oh, it was the Influencer House tier list.
Tier list.
Yes.
Tier list,
it
whatever.
was,
So then we're
yes.
talking, we've gone at length. It's like Pokemon Smash Pass. We're going at length about Jake Paul's house,
I'm
right?
pretty sure it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that-
the
that
OG.
segment.
about
Pokemon Smash
like
Pass.
Jake Paul's house and like fucking
Yeah.
Big
KSI,
Star's house.
Big Star's house, whatever. And then we finish recording, and then there's a bit of silence, and then Kush.
It's all virtual as well, by the
It's
way.
virtual,
Yeah.
so there's delay as well. So we're in fucking
We
Zencaster.
had to accommodate for roast 2 seconds.
Yeah. That's why White doesn't remember because he's a bit behind.
No, those episodes I wouldn't talk like for like
Yeah.
80% of the episodes because it would just ruin the flow of things.
Yeah.
So we press pause in the episode, and then there's a bit of silence, and then Kush is like, "This is shit." Like he just goes in, like, "This is shit." Like why? Like he's like, "Why are we uploading? This is shit." And then Sen again, he's like, "Mate, I don't have to cop this." He's like, "I've had a long week at work, and this is the last thing I need, whatever."
Yeah.
And then again, Kush doesn't back down. He's like, "This is just shit content. Like let's record something else, whatever." And then it went off like that. Ray and I just
Just, yeah,
It
two
went for a
after.
good minute and a
thumbs.
half. I do remember. It went for a
It
good
went
minute
for
and a half.
uncomfortably too long.
Because it was about like this was a break for us, We
Yeah.
wanted
And
to
then Maddie and I were
record.
DMing on the side, being like, "What do we do?
we're like,
Yeah.
"How do we
How do we
de-escalate?
de-escalate this situation?"
And then at the end, I'm like, boys, like, we can leave it at that. We'll record that. We'll finish the episode and we can like walk away and think about it.
Yeah.
And then I think famously at the time we didn't upload our second episode or something.
We took a break.
I think
We
that
took
was
a
the one
1 week
time
break.
we missed an episode.
That was
Yeah,
the
I think
only
that was
week
the
we've
break.
taken
we
off.
took the week
It's
off.
because of that.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we said we were sick or some shit, but it was
Technical
really
issues. And then I think Kush took a month off and then Sen took a
Yeah.
month off.
Yeah.
We had to interchange both of you. Ro and I had
Yeah.
to carry on,
steady the ship.
steady the ship and carry on. But I'd like to say we're in greener pastures now.
No, that was ages ago.
I think it was constructive as well because we did get a meeting out of it. We did get a regroup, a
I
regather.
remember lockdown started to cool off, and then I'm like to Sen, you want to play some football?
Yeah.
And me and you kick
Oh,
about
yeah.
one day, and then we had a hour-long yarn about what we want to
I
achieve.
do
out of
remember
it.
that, actually. I
So
forgot about
productive
that.
things came out of it.
Productive, yeah.
But I think it was a seminal time.
It's a
where
story of someone not reading the room. failing to, step back, but just continue to back down.
No, but it's fine. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not
it's
all
all right.
sunshine.
It's fine. It's just the context that, there's a lot of context behind, Sen probably did have a bad week at work and you were probably getting frustrated that the content wasn't great.
Yeah,
and
we
then
have-
lockdown, fucking everyone was depressed.
Yeah, it was. And look, it's a moral of the story. There's so many things that
Open communication.
point.
Yeah.
Is the moral of the story, boys.
Exactly.
Communicate.
exactly.
But I would say like 2 blow-ups in 200 episodes.
It's solid.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And
We
we
still
have
sat here today.
yeah. Happy days, no dramas at all. But
Yeah.
we have a dangerously low bar of content. So like for content. So Kush saying that was a shock. You know what I mean?
Something slipped below that bar. Which to caveat, ended up doing well on TikTok. So like,
One or two of them. Let's
a lot
keep
of
it
us.
real.
We went back and re-recorded another house we missed. Just 'cause we did well. But that's besides the point. Yeah, Vixar's house.
We did, yeah. You guys did do well.
Yeah,
Because that video came out recently and we missed it and everyone was asking for it.
Oh, I don't remember this.
I think we just came back the next week, recorded again virtually, wanked over Vixar's doors or staircase or some stupid shite.
and now here we are reviewing Train Station.
some things never change.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Justin, for that introspective question.
All right, boys, you said no limits on what we ask, and I think you know what the obvious question is. What is Rohit's mom's phone number? If you let us know, I'll release the full Manscaped review. I've got many more products than just what you sent me. The ball's in your court, men, or should I say the ball's...
Carter.
All right, firstly, Carter, all right, you withholding your Manscaped review isn't a sell, all right? Like, I'm actually okay with you not reviewing Manscaped. We do it every week. I actually use it, believe it or not, I actually use the product myself. So dare I suggest, I can review it on my own. In saying that, Sen, please give my mum's number.
Oh, you're just giving into his threat.
Yeah, look, it's actually...
Ron's very generous today.
It's been so long.
I reckon it's been 6 to 8 months, I feel. Probably
Without a
longer.
number.
Yeah, without
So-
a digit. Let's go on. Let's
I
hear
think
it.
it's been even longer, but I think where do we get up to, Miguel? I think we're up to...
We might be up to 5th. Might be up to 6th, but we'll give
We
him
might
a
be up
treat.
to that 9th. Let's finish it off.
All right.
No, we're not finishing it off.
All right,
we'll give...
5th and 6th.
Just to clarify, if we've given 5th, and sorry, Ro, but we'll be giving 6th
That's,
as well.
oh, you know what? I actually am okay with that because it has been that long since a number has been published. Some people might not even know what this joke is.
As a bit of context, a running gag we've had over the last 3 years or 4 years now is we've been threatening to release Rohit's mum's number 1 digit at a time,
Our group chat is still named the Bindu Appreciation Society,
named after.
named after my mother.
And didn't someone find your mum on LinkedIn or something?
Yeah, Jeffrey, Jeffrey, our friend, found my mom on LinkedIn and added her. It's just a joke in high school gone too far. We're 25.
I mean, to be honest, this joke has been going on for at least 10 years now. But in terms of the podcast, it's been 4 years.
No, I made a joke about it last week, and Ray's just like, grow up.
Wait, what did you say?
I don't know. I just made some
On LinkedIn, that's
stupid
Bennett's
offhand comments.
behavior.
No.
Speaking of growing up, let's give the phone number.
All right, so the 5th and 6th numbers are 5, 8. 5, 8. So go ahead and find the other 4 numbers. And then you'll have the first 6, and then there's only 4 more to go.
There's 4 more to go.
Another give. The first number might be a 0. You know, who knows?
We're getting
But go
close,
back.
bro. We're getting close, man.
Well, no, the first numbers is 0 and 4.
Exactly.
Obviously. So really,
So there's really 2 other numbers
two
that you
others
need
you
to
need to
find.
get.
So
so fair enough. Thank you, Carter.
thank you, Carter. Please give us that review now.
Hey boys, congrats on 200 episodes. I can still remember your first episode of New Hope and your review of the Sydney Metro, still an absolute classic. Now I have a question. It's more really of a cuck or be cuck situation. Over the summer I got myself an internship and it was great fun. Got to meet Sen, of course, and got to experience my first corporate Christmas party, which was a classic. The work I did was pretty mundane in the internship. I only really did data entry on Excel and that's about it. But my manager kept telling me how I was doing a great job and he was going to line me up for a grad role, which I was pretty keen for. And every time I saw him, he kept mentioning how he was like working hard to give me the grad role, and I was pretty confident I was going to get it, and he was confident I was going to get it too. Then a couple of weeks after the internship ended, I got a phone call from HR and they told me they aren't giving me a grad role and they didn't even explain why. Bro, they only asked me to do Excel work throughout the internship. Now, how badly was I cut by my manager here?
All right. That is true.
Good story. Good story.
Who sent that one in?
Shrika did intern at my company, and as a good company man, I must say then, Shrika, you must not have been good then.
Yeah, only the best.
That's all I can say.
Only the best.
That's all I can say, and I won't be saying anything else for the rest of this.
Look, in moral of the story, your managers, they don't care for you that much. Like sometimes they will, but in the end, the business will always
Business
win.
is business.
Business is business. Your manager can be like dangling the old fruit in front of you, but there ain't much to it after that, you know? Don't hold too much
Don't
hope
take
to
people's
it.
word.
Exactly.
In the office, word means nothing. Get an email. That's what you need.
in writing.
There you
writing.
go.
Always in
writing
writing.
is so important.
If your manager in writing said you are going to get a grad role, then it's set in stone.
Set it in
A
stone.
word of mouth, he said, she said.
Nothing to it.
Look,
Nothing
graduate roles are competitive, Shrika, and we, Sen's company. Did he say that in the question though?
No, he didn't.
All right,
Cut
You
that out.
monkey.
extremely competitive company, and so even though you didn't get the grad role, here's some life advice, Shrika. All right, you got a good name on the resume.
Yeah.
You'll be fine moving forward. Plus, if I were you, I wouldn't even bother getting a job. I would just not there. I would look elsewhere for some more experiences. You've interned there. You did Excel work, monkey work. Like, not fun. Try something else.
Look, it's, as you said, it's a tick on the resume, and it's a solid tick. It's a hefty one. It's not transparent. 100% stroke on that tick. Really good. It's now, he's young as well. Apply for all the companies you are, man. No
Think about the
stress.
great memories. You met Sen, so it's not all bad, you know? And you went to the Christmas party, always a classic, as you said.
Come on over to Rose Company. What's your company is? Say it out.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Ah, now he won't.
I won't
Okay.
say yours.
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Anything from you?
I think, to sum it up, sorry, Manny, you can
No, I
speak
agree.
after
I agree.
this.
Sum it up. I agree with your sentiment.
It's not really cucking. It's a little bit of cucking. Like, obviously, you're disappointed you get the grad role.
It's a life lesson.
It's a life lesson.
Don't trust your managers.
No.
Yeah.
Don't think that the company has your back because they'll
Really,
just...
though? I feel like, I don't know. Managers kind of is supposed to have your back.
They're
Some of
supposed
them
to,
do
yeah.
and some of them don't. At a corporation like this, I wouldn't. It's not as personal.
At these big corporations,
Especially when you're an intern, you're just
Dude,
temporary.
You're scum.
Yeah.
You're a muck man. You need to clean up the dirt.
a mock man.
So, Shrika, next time you get a job, ask to do more than Excel so you have some transferable
Maybe that's
skills.
what it was. Show some initiative.
Show some initiative.
Some
yeah.
proactive. I want to do more than Excel work. I want to work with Sen. Maybe say that.
Yeah.
You know, you could have worked with Sen day to day.
Exactly.
Know what the hell we live in.
Thank you, Shrika, for that.
Hope that slander helps you.
Hi guys, big fan of the podcast. I just wanted to know from each of you, what is your proudest moment from the podcast in the last year?
All right, boys. Proudest moment from the podcast.
Past year as
Who
well.
sent that in?
That was from Priyanka. She's got another one as well, but we'll get to that. Proudest moment, boys.
Past year. What's happened?
I've got one.
I've got one as well.
One of you kick us off. Inspire us.
Look, content's a big thing to me, as we know. We've talked about the blow
As
up.
it should be.
As it should be. It is, yeah. But I like it when we sort of step outside the fold. So there was one episode where we did the solo episode. I was actually proud of that. I think all four of us held our ground pretty well. Most of us, I would say. Most of us.
75%.
75%. Maybe 50. Maybe 25. Maybe none of us. But I was proud of the fact that we did it. I think that was the most important thing. The fact that we took 15 minutes to ourselves and just communicated to a camera, to one mic. I was proud of that. The results? I don't care.
Yeah. You were
The intent. Proud of your work. I like
Proud of
it.
your
The
work.
input was
Exactly.
good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mine's similar. You already talked about this, but getting Neil on the podcast was a proud moment, a seminal moment for us, I guess. Just to see a culmination of what we've been building up to. So I thought that was pretty nice. But I agree with Kush as well. The feedback on that one was a bit, how you going?
Exactly. Results?
Doesn't matter.
We'll leave that.
Everyone
We'll leave
hated
that. Yeah, we'll leave it out there. We'll leave it out there.
It's fine.
It's surprisingly difficult to speak
On
by
your
yourself
own? Absolutely. It is hard.
It is.
because you're hearing silence and then you just feel the need to fill it. And
Yeah.
so it's so easy when we're talking with four of us because there's always something
There's feedback.
happening.
There's like 100% like immediate feedback that you're getting. When you're on your own, it's just you and your demons. And they
So-
take over sometimes. Any proud moments from you two?
I don't know. I think the fact that we got to 200 episodes is pretty crazy.
I think
That is true. When we started,
Like, okay, we'll give you a background. Maybe this is not for the last 100 episodes. When we started, we had no expectations. We're like, we'll just see how this goes. And then 200 episodes later, we've got, sponsorships. We've got big guests. We've got
we haven't even said this, 9K subs on YouTube as well.
we just hit
9,000
that, yeah,
subs. We've got 250,000 followers across all platforms. Like,
We're a conglomerate.
and and for the effort that we put in.
Hey.
You know, it's just a little hobby for us at this point.
All right. Let's just say that when we take a step back as well, when you're talking about like when we started, right? The expectations for me were I can make memes on TikTok now. It was unrelated to the podcast.
No, but this was even before then. This is way before then.
Yeah, before then. But like even when we started, like, you know, let's just create a TikTok. The expectations for me were like I've got an outlet now. That's all it was.
The creative outlet.
Yeah. So there you go.
Fair enough. My proud moments are just day to day. No, like when, you know, people listen to it and they actually enjoy it, you know, we're actually making something. No, because, you know, a lot of the time people, and they could be doing this to us and I could be bored in the source, but people just like pretend that they like your shit.
Yeah,
Right?
that
But when you do get that feedback, right? That one who's I enjoyed that episode.
Like some guy in our soccer team, he actually listens week on week. That sort of thing where it's actually like people actually enjoy it. That's proud moments for me.
You get the DMs every now and then.
You run into people
You
on
run
the
into
street.
people, streaker.
Shrieker, getting a photo with me at the Christmas party.
It's those moments. It's those
That
moments.
was I felt uncomfortable. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, I'm not, mate. I'm
But in
just
a good
a
way.
brother. Yeah, as
in
in
a
like,
good way.
I'm not someone that you should be taking a photo with.
Fuck, you must have been big time. Huh?
Yeah.
So thank you for that. One more question from her as well.
Hey guys, tell us one thing about another podcast member that you think would surprise the listeners.
Well, for me, Rohish, you know, it's just a raging racist,
Stop.
homophobe, misogynist.
but the problem is
he's
that doesn't-
high all the time. That's why he doesn't remember half the
The
things.
problem is that doesn't surprise anyone.
That is true.
So you gotta pick something else.
All right.
It's a doozy.
Well, he's also a cocaine addict. We haven't
I've
really
never
talked
done
about that.
drugs in my whole life. This is actually unbelievable.
Actually, he also likes miners. So there you go. I'm sure the listeners didn't know that part.
The what? Miners? Like
Yeah.
Indian miner birds? No, not my favorite type of species.
Yeah, fair enough.
You and
Stop
the Dalai,
sla- stop-
you and the Dalai Lama.
Just everyone, I just want everyone to know, right, that I'm not a
Suck my
raging
tongue.
alcoholic drug addict. Like these guys pay me
Maybe
every
that's
week.
a surprising fact. Maybe you are that person.
Actually, yeah, that is a surprising fact. We paint you as this every week, but you're not.
You're a nice Christian boy.
Yeah, that is true. That is the surprising fact.
to church, you pray to God.
You are a very religious man, a God-fearing man.
Every week I'm not here. It's I think he's having a couple of doobies out the back.
In reality, you skipped it because the man's at church. That's
At
it.
Bible study.
That's it.
Church camp.
This is a tough question, though. It is a tough question because I think we all know each other really well. So what
No,
is
as in-
surprising?
What do
But
they
also-
not know? you
But I
know?
feel like we more or less, we bring our whole selves to the podcast. You know, bring your whole self to work. I feel like we bring our whole self to the podcast.
do we really say?
Do we?
I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
We've said some pretty how you going things there. I don't think there's no filter here.
Surprising thing about Kush.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
think
what you
there
see
is.
with Kush is what you get.
Yeah, I'm pretty no filter as well.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a tough one. I think we do bring our whole selves to the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything surprising.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything surprising.
Yes.
So to answer your question,
We're actually just pretty average people.
Nothing. No. What you see is what you get.
I've got something. It's a small thing. So as you know now, Sen and I have this running joke that either both of us or none of us are 6 foot, right?
True, yeah.
So we're both tall individuals. But like in year 7, Sen was front row in our school photo, shorter than Rohit, believe it or
Midget.
Oh, okay.
not. So this man somehow, I don't know, if it was TRT or Trent or some shit.
They gave the stuff that they gave to Messi, bro.
Exactly, and LeBron James.
Yeah.
But Sen had this growth spurt.
Human HCH, bro.
That's where he got this big dick energy.
His hair was bleached white as well in year 7.
Exactly, exactly. So that's my little thing. Might surprise you, might not. But
Sen is 6 foot.
I'm taller than
That's
Sen.
pretty
So
much what he
whatever,
said. It's pretty much what he said. That's pretty much what he
He said
said.
it
Bit of
means up.
hesitation there, Biggs.
so whatever you say, I'm taller than him.
That's
so if you want to
fine.
call him 5'9", I'm 5'10".
I'm 6, you're 6'1". Let's agree on that.
Oh, whoa.
Right, that's not the story that when I went to Amsterdam with Miguel and we went to Body Wells and we did the height and weight measurement body scan, Maddie's number was 179. Just want to put that out there.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's obviously wrong.
Just want to put that out
It's
there.
so inaccurate that it's a clearly unreliable data.
And I was 175, so we know that's spot on. So
You wish, mate.
You're at 154.
maybe we don't. Maybe we disclose our heights. Maybe people don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Let's disclose our heights.
So Sen's 6 foot.
6. Thank
Manny's
you.
6'1".
Beautiful.
Probably to be fair, Manny's head is massive. So that's where he gets the
Thanks, mate.
that's
Maybe
where he
that's
gets the
another
inch.
fact that.
You know,
I have a big head.
like caps
Yeah,
struggle to fit on me.
reveal all.
And then
let's go dick
Let's go
size as well.
weight as well. Weight, height,
So no
weight.
way, that's a bit.
and then
Maybe
we,
birthdays.
Nah, I don't want to give my birthday.
All right, I'll give it 29th of May 1997. Wish me and buy me some presents. My address is... I won't say that. But then, yeah, we moved out in height order. Me,
Are you taller than Kush?
slightly small man at 172.
So what's Kush then?
I think I'm...
Oh, here we go.
No, this is not a 6'1", 6'2". Maybe me and Kush are very similar heights, I would say.
I would say Rose maybe just taller. Just. Yeah, by like 0.01 or something like that.
So that's
This is the real
the real battle. Of
the real
heights.
battle is between you two.
So we have the heights on the table. My birthday I've disclosed, so everyone write that down.
Put in your calendar.
What other surprising facts do we have about each other?
Shoe size.
Shoe size. Anything about your personal lives, fellas, that you find surprising? That you want to divulge?
I'm glad you added that last part.
Well, no, because it's hard to do that because we talk about stories on the log, and those are all
intertwined.
You know
stuff
what I
that
do?
happens.
You know what Kush and I do in our spare time? We play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Play games.
All right, I'll tell you something. I'm a big fan of the ultimate frisbee sport. No matter, I know.
There we go.
I know a lot of people sometimes, tread. It's not a sport. You're throwing a circular disc, but it is a sport, and I enjoy it. And I'm trying to get a team together.
Trying
Actually.
to recruit us last
You were
week.
telling us last
I
week.
put my hand up. I would love
Yeah,
to
I'm
join
down,
the
I'm
team.
down.
I'm down to play
There
as
you
well.
go. You may see some ultimate frisbee stories now as
I
well.
can't wait.
Beautiful.
There we go. I think we've uncovered enough.
All right, next one's from Jose.
All right, boys. My question for you guys is, would you rather know how you die or when you die? Cheers.
Thank you, Jose.
This is a question we've done before, I think.
I can't remember what my answer was last time though.
What is it this time?
That's the key question.
I think I said when you die.
I'm a proponent of when.
Yeah, I want to know
When did you die?
Give me the timeline, man.
Yeah, I think it's the when, right? Because then you can do active steps to avoid that date.
What if
No,
it's
'cause-
tomorrow, brother?
Well, it is what it is.
Well, then it is what it is, and no, you can't avoid it. It's inevitable. It's written.
Yeah,
It's just
okay.
how do you maximize that time you've got?
For
left?
example, if
Correct.
you learn how you die, if it's sleeping in the shower, you
I
don't want
would-
to shower
I would
anymore.
never shower again.
Whereas if I know I'm going to die fucking next week, that's fine. I'll live my life till next week.
Live la
it
vida
up.
loca
Or I'll
until next
live
week.
until I'm 100.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would also agree. I wish I could give a counterpoint, but yeah, how you die is
Like
is
what? You
terrifying.
get stabbed. It's like, well, what?
Yeah.
But then what if it's how, but it's such a niche
Yeah,
situation.
stab's actually okay because like you just forget about it. Like,
What if
I
how
think-
is you get shot in a shootout in Venezuela?
Then I'm never going to.
Then you never go to Venezuela.
or like you die in like an airplane crash. Like then
That's
you,
the
your,
one.
your
Yeah,
life's
yeah.
ruined. Like you just have
Not
to.
would
going on
never
an
get on
airplane.
a plane,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
But
what when I think is.
Does this make sense? Like, what if it is an airplane crash?
Yeah.
But then you just never go on an airplane.
But then life will find a way that you have to
It's
somehow
faded,
get
right?
on. It's faded, mate.
You're going to be getting.
No, it
onto
will,
an
because like
airplane.
for example, I don't know, let's say you have to evacuate the city, you have to relocate because I don't know, it's going underwater or some shit.
Yeah, you're
Gotta
taking
get
a
on the
plane.
plane.
You got to get on a
Right.
plane somewhere, and then fuck, this is the plane ride. This is it.
Yeah, it sucks because the city's dying, but now you're about to die as well.
But I think you can get away with it.
I don't think so. I
No,
feel
because
like,
the whole crux of it is at some point in your life you will somehow need to get on that plane.
Yeah.
But what if I just say no?
No, but as in it's eventually it's
Maybe
inevitable.
someone- yeah, you're
okay,
right.
let's say it wasn't faded, right?
Yeah.
Would you prefer then the how or the why or the when?
If it wasn't, then how?
Wait,
Then
what?
how?
Yeah,
Just
then
avoid it.
obviously,
Then
yeah,
I'll
I'll
live
take the
forever
how.
for as long as I
the
want.
fact is that it is faded.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like if you said the city's about to die, but you don't get on the plane because you think you're going to die on the plane, but then you die in the city anyway. So like it could be just related to that.
You die either way.
You die
You die either way.
regardless.
It's like that kind of thing. You know how that age old one where there's a flood and the guy's on the roof and then the guy's like coming on a boat. It's like, oh, you want to get on the boat? It's like, no, God's gonna save me, and like that sort of thing. Like there's all these other sub point. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Subtext.
You're gonna
Yeah, I
die. Everyone's gonna die.
Everyone-
is where we're ending with that.
Come alone,
when?
you die alone. That's it. Simple as that.
All right, last one from our good friend Thebi. He's got a couple for us.
Question number 1. Are curries still at the bottom of the food chain when it comes to women? Are we at the bottom of the food chain or not?
All right.
Are we?
I'll sit this.
Question, is that changing over time?
All right, there you go.
I will.
Fuck, he's still going.
We'll get
back to it. Relax.
And respectfully, I will sit
Calm
this one
down,
out.
David. The man's got beeps intertwined as
Yeah,
well.
I know. So when he means curries, what do you mean by that? No, obviously he means us brown folk.
Subcontinental folk.
So, well, it would be interesting to see your point of view in this.
Yeah, I feel like you need to say something.
No comment.
No,
Come
no.
on, come on.
Shut your fucking mouth. You're
Yeah.
going to say something, all
Yeah,
right?
say something.
Yeah, you guys talk first.
Yes.
All right.
I think we
I'll
are.
give my opinion after.
You really think we are at the bottom?
I think so. I think we are at the bottom.
And why do you think that?
The connotations.
Such as?
Send Bobs and Vagine.
That is
You think
one.
that's it?
That's one of the connotations.
I think there's one connotation.
The creepiness is one.
There's a second.
connotation.
Yeah, that's another connotation.
But are those based in fact though?
Doesn't matter.
That connotations aren't facts. It's just feelings associated with the thing, right? That's
So you
it.
think because of that, against all other races, we are rock bottom?
It's not a tier list of races.
Yeah. Well, that's for next week.
Yeah, that's for next week. Traditionally,
Yeah, I don't want you to actually rank it. I just want to say, let's just talk.
No,
focus.
but I think it's a good perspective
You
to
have
like
to
so we can say that.
understand
Yeah.
the
All right,
relativity
go.
of
Go.
White.
so what is what is attractiveness, or what is it that makes for an
Isn't
ideal
that
partner?
subjective though?
It is, but there are some traditional.
We're
things.
talking about bottom of the food chain. It's literally just connotations associated with that race. That's it.
like, for example, height. What's the average height of a brown male? It's like
6 foot.
for some are blessed, but for others like me and Kush,
I think it's like 5.
it's like 5'6".
5'6",
probably.
yeah,
So
5'6",
you got that
5'7".
against you.
Okay,
Then
but
you got the random connotations where you can throw in
The creepiness, okay,
All
you
that
get all
sort of
that. But
gear.
then, what if we look at some of the smartest people in the world?
No
Most
one-
successful people are
Who
brown.
cares?
Who cares?
In
Who
the dating food chain.
Yeah.
Money.
Irrelevant.
That's money. Surely the money is a massive. Your Sundar Pichai is who's the Google CEO.
Yes, the sex idol Sundar Pichai.
Mr. Ambani, man. The goat.
Mukesh Ambani, like an icon.
Owner of the Mumbai.
We'll show you a picture of Mukesh Ambani after this.
Thank you.
He's like the third or fourth richest guy in the world. A big
Yeah.
Indian. He's like
Yeah.
got 50 billion or some shit.
Is he in that family that owns a mining and shit? Or no?
That's
like,
Adani.
Adani.
Again, another rich Indian old bloke.
Look, yeah, cool. You're rich, yeah, but it's like I don't think you're still the bottom of the food chain. You're marrying. You're not falling. There's no love there.
So you think, but is it actively hostile against us out there in the market? Or is it just the unconscious bias against us?
I think it's the bias. It's the
So
unconscious.
it's unconscious.
bias.
So people aren't actively, like, oh, fuck brown people, blah, blah, blah. Like I wouldn't date a brown person.
Yeah, some
I haven't
people
heard
might
that
be.
yet. But I would say it's the unconscious bias. Would you agree, bro?
I think it's conscious and unconscious.
Hmm.
A bit of both.
And on the other scale, who do you think's the most desirable?
We're not doing this.
Well,
Well,
we are doing the white man.
yeah.
Kush already yelled
The
one
white
out.
man.
Plenty
the
of
white man.
times. Yeah, the white man.
That is the peak. The white man is the peak.
all right.
All right.
Settle down.
I was going to say, getting a bit
And when we talk about
Ryan
Aryan,
Campy over there. Relax.
let me just check my manifesto. 1 second.
All right. And then his next part of the question is, do we see it changing?
I think it's changing.
I think it can.
Oh, now you want to pipe up.
Here we go.
So you had no comments
here we
before,
go.
but now you want to pipe
You
up.
may as well be the white savior over here. Thank you.
You know what? I retract my statement.
No, why do you think it's
No, I've
changing?
been shut up.
Come on. Why do you think it's changing?
It's just changing.
Oh, this
No,
is-
because like media representation and all that shit. is
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
So what's
Especially even like East Asian, like Oriental Asians, more media representations, more.
But you
culturally
guys have a
accepted.
lot more than us. Like,
would say that.
I'll rattle off some brown representation. Raj from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Fucking that kid from Jesse, or like that little Indian kid from that Disney show who has like a really stereotypical
Oh, the
accent.
Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
Sharad.
that guy, yeah.
the guy in Deadpool who's literally just guy in
Yeah.
a taxi.
He was a taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
Apu from The Simpsons. Who actually, I don't mind Apu. He's a good representation.
No,
it's
as
not
in-
looking
Yeah,
expensive.
but those are historical.
Historic,
ones. I'm
exactly.
saying current, recent.
What's recent?
Yeah.
There's nothing recent.
There's just
it's coming,
there's
mate.
movement.
It's
Coming where, man?
Yeah, as in like for example, right? Like perhaps like East Asian.
I can rattle
or
off
South.
7 right now
No,
with
no,
the
but,
East Asian.
but I'm saying like that might not have been the case 50 years ago.
That is true.
And so like now there's like people are into weird, fetishes with that culture, like subculture and
so
stuff
do you
like that.
do you see people fetishizing brown people soon?
At some stage, yeah, I think so, because I think as the world becomes more progressive, then everything becomes a little bit more even.
I think it
Stevens.
is true. Like especially in the office, I've seen a lot of the white folks talk about RRR, which is a big thing
That is true.
recently popped up. The movie that put itself into the Western audiences. So it's stuff like that. But
Soft power.
yeah, more of that is perhaps
It's changing.
required.
Never said it's changed.
In
or
our
it's-
lifetime, will it
perfect.
change?
Maybe not. Maybe not a lot.
I don't think in
it'll
our
take some time.
Fuck, so you guys are giving it 50 plus, 60 plus years.
Probably. It takes a long time for change to happen. You got to get all the racist people dying. That's the only way change happens.
It's true. I think our generation makes that change, but it won't happen for a while. The generation below.
All right. Thanks, Devi, for that question.
And he's got an even harder hitting question, which we
Does he now?
almost heard at the start.
Question number 2. Will the divorce rate go up?
That's the end of the question. No.
Things like,
Will the
will the
divorce rate?
divorce rate go up in the near future? Or do you think that things like love languages and better understanding of the universe and romance and stuff is going to help us connect better with our partners?
So he's just quietly. You can hear that.
He's driving.
He was driving.
Blinker, right?
He's about to turn.
Yeah, he's about to turn.
Firstly, thanks for that, Debbie. And I noticed all your questions are relationship based. Is everything all right at home,
is
brother?
everything okay, Debbie? What's going on?
Well, deep one to end us off today.
Will the divorce
We
rate?
listened to the question beforehand, and Ro, you had some malarkey to say.
So he
about
mentioned love languages. What do you think of that?
As in love languages are just they're made up essentially. Like
Isn't everything made up?
yes, but this is like okay. I have the same love language as someone. I think that low-key means nothing.
No, I disagree with that. I think there's validity in a love language.
I think there is.
'Cause I think there's more. We're all the same. Like our friend group is all the same. So we're all similar. That's why I think it's malarkey.
I don't think you're all the same. I think that's
But for the most part, for love language specifically, we all want quality time. That's all of us, right? And we're all not that materialistic. So that's also kind of at the bottom.
Speak for
Yeah.
yourself.
Wait, all right. What's your love language now that you piped up?
Give me gifts. Give me money. Give me.
So
a dowry.
you're
No, it's not actually though, is it?
No, but I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's not
mind
just-
it.
We're not saying we don't want it.
Yeah.
If someone gives me a gift,
But
I'm
is
not
that-
going to throw it
is
back
that-
in their face.
Number
What's
one-
some of the love? I actually don't know much about love language. I don't pay attention to this
Quality
stuff.
Okay.
time, words of affirmation, physical touch, gift giving, and there's one more.
services,
the
acts of
fuck
services.
Acts of
is that?
service.
Is that actually what love languages are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like BAU? Shouldn't that be?
Yeah,
that
but
not
like,
be
saying,
BAU?
saying some things are more important than others.
Yeah.
For example, we have a friend who doesn't like quality time. And his
Yeah.
partner did. And you know what happened? They broke up.
There was a mismatch.
When you mean quality time, like
As
just,
in he was just like, I'm happy to like spend a couple days together, but any more than that, I feel I need my own
So in
personal
a week,
time.
for example, he only wanted
Whereas
to...
she is
Yeah.
the more, typical, like, I love you, so I want to spend so much time with you. I want to spend like all these minutes.
But for our friend, it was business hours only, for
business
example.
hours.
Which
Yeah.
both are fair, but
Yeah.
there you go. That goes to love languages. It's different, mismatch. Therefore, break it up. And back to Thevi's question,
Yeah.
understanding that better will maybe prevent marriages that are a mismatch.
Okay, let me rephrase what I said about malarkey love languages, right? Yes, it is. It's like a legit thing in terms of like, okay, it gives you some indication of your compatibility level. That's fair. But does it help with divorce rates? Like, does knowing that, does like putting a name, like I'm pretty sure even if I didn't know what love languages were, I still would have an instinctual belief
yes.
of what my partner liked and what I liked, and that's how we communicate with each other.
I would say it's all that.
Just
yeah.
because you throw in like, definitions of what it is, like I don't think about like love languages at all, really. I don't think,
But I think the idea is with love languages, you
Gives
can
it a concept.
identify...
It gives it a like.
Yeah.
You know what it's not like I have this feel. Like what you say is true, but it's like I don't have this feeling. Like, I just I can't. It's not just sussing what my partner likes. There's actually like a thing behind it.
I don't
which gives
think-
it clarity.
Yeah, I don't think we should be putting definitions behind it. Like this thing should be coming naturally, as Rose said, because that's in the end what
No,
it
I
is.
think it's also easy to communicate. For example, like our
Yes,
our
that
situation
is
with our
true.
mate. It's so easy if he's just like, I don't want to spend time with you. It's easier to take that like, oh fuck means you don't love me, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you can at least say my love language is X, Y, Z. Doesn't mean that I don't love you like that, whatever. So it makes it easier to like communicate these things.
That's fair.
Yep.
So will
Will
divorce
it
rates
help the divorce rate?
If we just speak about that question and not the second half, divorce rates will go up.
Yep.
Interest rates are going up.
Oh my God.
Divorce rates will be
Inflation.
going
We're
up.
inflating
Absolutely.
marriages.
Absolutely.
Or are people more selective with marriage these days?
I was going to say, yeah, isn't the marriage rates dropping? Aren't people, like, less people are getting married these days? They're more like civil
Polygamy
partnerships
making
and
a
all
comeback.
that? Oh, I think it should always be
The
back.
return of the king.
Yeah, less people getting married. And then people are also like divorce is less stigmatized. So people
That's
are happy
true.
to get divorces.
That is
Not
true.
happy, but they're
Well, for you,
that's
it's
an option.
illegal. You shouldn't be getting divorced.
I think we're also moving away from the whole idea of settling down. The whole idea is now sort of the self gratification. You're chasing it.
Hey, I want to know what you're doing with your self-gratification, bro.
Chasing what?
I think it's just
And then
a feeling.
life's goal is no longer get married.
Yeah, I
have
think it's
kids. That's
moved
not-
away
Was
from
it
that.
ever get
Yeah,
married?
It was. It
Yeah.
definitely was.
The American
yeah,
dream.
the whole Western dream, or even
The
every
Eastern
culture.
dream, yeah.
Settle down. with your
Get a
kids.
family, settle down, provide for your family.
Job done.
And
That
it
is
still
true,
exists
actually,
now,
yeah.
but I think our generation has sort of stepped away from
And
that.
why do you think that's happened?
I just think we've learned a lot more. That's it. We're moving
There's
forward.
more to life than just.
I think, yeah, we're accepting that a lot more. We've broken
It's
through those
okay to
barriers.
not get married. It's okay to not have kids. You
Yeah.
know, that's what's
Pursue
happening.
your own interests.
Find where you find
And that's the
value
thing, the
and
self
happiness.
gratification. We're chasing it. That's what we want.
So I think love language, and I think Debbie's second half of the question has nothing to do with divorce rates going up.
I think it does. I still think it.
I think what we've discussed here potentially has more of an impact.
Potentially inflation rates. That's key.
All right. Thanks to everyone who wrote in. Oh, sorry. Thanks to everyone who recorded a question and sent them in. We do appreciate that. Boys, any final thoughts for
Congrats.
episode 200?
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. We've done well.
Yeah.
300. Stay
On the
tuned.
way.
On the way. On the
Please
way.
listen between 200 and 300.
Yes, that is the most important thing.
Alrighty, boys. That brings us to the end of the big 200.
Kush has left us early. Don't know where he's gone.
Things to do.
Up there in the Fortnite lobby in the sky.
He's on the battle bus already.
He's on the battle bus. It's like I can even hear him right now. But congrats, boys. I think we really need to just.
Let's take a moment.
Yeah, bravo to ourselves. Like the last 200 minutes have been just patting ourselves on the back. Yeah.
And you know, we know a couple other podcasts that other people started. They gave up after 20 or 30.
Dropped off, mate. Longevity.
Exactly. It's
Put
attrition.
others down to bring ourselves up. That's what I always say.
It's our podcast motto. So yeah, check us out. You can go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Give us a
Absolutely.
5-star rating.
Please.
YouTube.
Check out the other 199 episodes. There are some good stuff in there. Check
Maybe
us out
not
on
the
YouTube.
Bulbasaur. No, maybe skip one episode 154, which is the Bulbasaur Special
Yeah.
Pass. Just give that a miss. But
Maybe do a challenge. See if you can sit through all of that in one sitting. We'll send you something. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely.